Special Envoy Steve Witkoff has met with Russian President Putin in Moscow. President Trump says the lower energy prices go, the more likely the war will finally end.
You notice OPEC and OPEC Plus, they're drilling more. They want to drill more because I think they want me happy. Because if energy goes down low enough, Putin's going to stop killing people. That'll be nice, even though they're his own people that are dying. Mr. Trump also tells CNBC that pharmaceutical tariffs may skyrocket. We'll be putting a initially small tariff on pharmaceuticals, but in 1 year, 1.5 years maximum, it's going to go to 150%, and then it's going to go to 250%, because we want pharmaceuticals made in our country. The House Oversight Committee has subpoenaed the Justice Department for files in the Jeffrey Epstein investigation and is seeking depositions with the Clintons, among others.
The Republican-controlled committee issued subpoenas for depositions with Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and 8 former top law enforcement officials. President Trump denies prior knowledge of Epstein's crimes and says he cut off their relationship long ago. Meanwhile, federal prosecutors are asking in court to unseal grand jury transcripts in the sex trafficking cases against Epstein and his ex-girlfriend, but say there's not much new in them. The committee is also asking the former officials to appear for the depositions through August, September, and October, concluding with Hillary Clinton on October 9th and Bill Clinton on October 14th. Bernie Bennett, Washington. 84,000 acres and counting burned by the Gifford fire raging north of Los Angeles in the Los Padres National Forest. Hundreds of homes and other buildings threatened by the flames. On Wall Street, ahead of the opening bell, the Dow futures up 137 points. NASDAQ futures ahead 48. More on these stories at townhall.com.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
A charity that Britain's Prince Harry is involved with faces scrutiny by regulators.
British regulators have criticised both sides in a dispute over the future of a charity founded by Prince Harry and Prince Siso of Lesotho for allowing the issue to be played out in public and damaging the organisation's reputation. The Charity Commission for England and Wales went on to say that it found no evidence of widespread bullying or misogyny at Sentabale, which provides support for young people living with HIV in Botswana and Lesotho. The two princes have stepped down as Sentabale patrons, saying the relationship between the board and its chair, Sophie Chandoka, was beyond repair. Chandoka later accused Harry of orchestrating a campaign of bullying and harassment to try to force her out. I'm Charles Tulatesma.
Rescuers working in a devastated Himalayan village in northern India looking for the missing, day after flash floods killed at least 4 people. News and analysis at townhall.com. A small medical transport plane has crashed and burned on the Navajo Nation in northern Arizona, leaving 4 people dead.
The Federal Aviation Administration says a CSI aviation company plane left Albuquerque, New Mexico, and crashed near the airport in Shenley, about 300 miles northeast of Phoenix. 2 pilots and 2 healthcare providers died. The crew was planning to pick up a patient from the Federal Indian Health Service Hospital in Shenley. Navajo Nation says the cause of the crash hasn't been determined. The National Transportation Safety Board and the FAA are investigating. I'm Mike Hempen.
The Walt Disney Company's profits and revenue climbed in the fiscal third quarter as the entertainment giant continued to add subscribers to its streaming service. Disney also saw strength in its domestic theme parks. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here? I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat.
Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Thursday, right?
Nope.
Is it Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, isn't it? Wednesday.
Yep.
Why I cannot get my week straight.
Thursday,
all week I'm a day ahead of myself.
Thursday would be tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Yeah, like yesterday I kept thinking it was Wednesday. This week is just not.
It's
lining
funny.
up.
Normally
right
I'm right there with you, and I'm like, I have to keep saying what day it is to remember. You know what really helps you keep track of what day it is of the week? If it's your birthday week, it really, really helps cement it in that.
This is true.
Yeah,
yours is coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be 41.
41.
Yeah. I know. You know, there's never a middle ground. Everybody always used to say, like literally a year and a half ago, "You're so young." Now you're like, "What's up, old man?" There's no middle ground.
40 is that.
Yeah. Although, from my perspective, I'm like, 40 is young.
Yeah.
I'm like, 40's young. 40's the new 30.
We're about to go Neil Young. Oh man, look at my life. I will say the 30 to 40 decade was a lot more I won't say better, but a lot more interesting than the 20 to 30 decade.
And that's kind of your adult decade.
Mm-hmm.
Like 20s, you're still goofing around.
Yeah.
And by the time you hit 30s, you're like, I should be doing something productive with my life.
5 days after my 30th birthday, I threw my back out. And literally, and I wasn't like running an ultra marathon. I was bending slightly down to get printing out of our printer at work, and I coughed, and for the next 5 days, I was walking around like I was 89. So it started right away.
You have something in common. I was literally just scrolling on the Facebook before the show here, and I don't follow her, but I guess it was like a suggested post.
Mm-hmm.
Tessa Mentes, she's the anchor for KOB, the night the evening news. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
She's Mary Lou Retton's cousin.
Really?
Didn't know that. Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah. She said it a couple times. She was talking about it during the Olympics. Not so much when she got busted for a DUI about a year ago. But But anyway, she literally was talking about she had a picture of her with a heating pad strapped to her back, saying that she pulled a back muscle putting her Spanx on this morning.
Oh, I always stretch before I put my Spanx on. Don't worry.
So,
oh my God.
So you're in good company, Sean.
I will say this: the other morning, it was like 4:15, and I was stretched. Like I stretched my legs out, and I immediately got a Charlie horse. And like this was one of those that I had to get up to my feet and force my foot to the ground in order to get rid of this thing.
Those hit me at about 3 a.m. when I just rolled over in bed a certain way. Next thing you know, I'm rolled over and my leg just goes, ah, and I don't want to scream out loud and wake everybody up. So I'm doing this weird hobbledy thing. And I'm like, well, I need to walk it out. So I'll like limp around the house while avoiding cats like inches, you know how they do. Yeah. And I'm like,
what's up?
And I'm like, and I'm like trying to scream, yell at the cats, yell because my leg hurts. And that's when that hits. It's always at 3 a.m. Yeah.
And it's funny, in that moment, your brain starts processing all the things you've been told you need to do to get rid of it. Like, eat a banana, drink some water, go for a jog. No, that's not it. And meanwhile, your muscle, it's funny how like at 3:30 in the morning, your muscles are like, well, time to atrophy. Because we're just going to stretch inward this way.
Yeah. I remember in my 40s pulling a muscle in my shoulder or back, sleeping.
Yep.
And it hurt for a month.
For like a month and a half, you're just like done.
I actually went to the doctor saying, "Am I okay?" And he literally did nothing for me.
Yeah.
Just basically said, "Here, do these exercises." And about a month later, it finally went away. So.
And I know that we, you don't really talk about him anymore, but Louis C.K. has a fantastic bit where he's like, I was having some serious pain in my shoulder, and I went and talked to my doctor, and he said, "No, this is just your shoulder now.
Yeah.
This is just you.
You're just old.
You're just old."
Yep.
He prescribed me aspirin.
Yeah, that's when you're hitting those points. So, well, happy 4-1 officially.
Thank you.
So, are you off tomorrow?
I'm gonna stick it out tomorrow. I got some stuff I got to get done before I head out, but I'm gonna talk to Boss Man and see if I can get off on Friday.
Okay.
And head out to the Lee County Fair.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Midland on Friday night, and hopefully lots and lots of Miranda Lambert on Saturday. Her first appearance since the incident, since the thing went viral, she came out in yet another very short skirt.
All right.
So
well, there you
unapologetic.
Go. I think
absolutely.
I think you're going to have a good chance of seeing her in a short skirt.
The quote that she came out with was, and I love the way she put this, "I warned y'all back in 2014 about my backyard swagger." Like that. Backyard swagger.
Well, get you good spot for the.
Oh no, I'm gonna be throwing shoulders to get up stage side for that one. Move.
Well,
I don't use my size to my advantage very often, but in this case.
Well, I think security will be on the lookout for mirrors, so keep your mirrors hidden.
Well, that's the whole point of the game, is to keep the mirrors hidden, man.
Although they got better technology nowadays.
That's true.
Taping mirrors to your shoes or whatever, things creepos did back in the day.
Show your shoes. Really
That's right.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, real quick before we do the show, this whole show.
Oh, the show thing, yeah.
I had one of those. You ever watch a show and then not get into it, but everyone else is into it, and then you give it a chance later and like it?
Mm-hmm.
I just had that yesterday.
Okay.
It was the FX show The Bear.
Oh, yeah. You know what? It is.
I agree now.
Really good.
I tried to watch it like a year ago, and it just was not. I don't know if I was in a bad mood or it just. I'm just like, oh, it's just.
Can
a
I
bunch
make
of guys yelling at
a
each
suggestion as to why you maybe didn't like it at first?
Huh.
You and your wife had just come off of a shameless binge.
That may have been true.
And
a lot of flip.
And a lot of Lip. And the fact that Lip is heavily featured, especially in that very first.
Well, he's the main guy.
Episodes. Yeah,
he's the main dude.
But like his story, both in and out of the kitchen. So maybe you had just experienced a little lip burnout.
Well, now I caught about a half dozen episodes of the first season. I'm like, all right, I'm interested in this.
If you've ever worked in a kitchen, if you've ever worked as like a line cook or a server, I mean, it's a real accurate depiction.
Yeah, I just
in a high-end restaurant, it's very accurate.
Yeah.
It's not an IHOP.
Well, I haven't gotten to a part where they get high end yet. They're still sweating it out in the diner or whatever
dregs.
there. The brothers' old diner.
But you see things like Family Meal, like which you don't really see if you're not in that world.
Yeah.
You don't experience that moment where the whole team comes together for kind of a little bit of fellowship. It's kind of a neat thing.
Well, and I kind of like this. The story's interesting, and the premise of the story. At least, I've only watched like the first half dozen episodes, so it's the Lip. I don't remember his name's Bear. His nickname's Bear.
His name is Bear. I can't remember his actual name.
Whatever his name is.
It's been a minute since I saw first season.
But yeah, the show picks up where his brother had killed himself. He was a drug addict. Months before or some time before, and they left him this dive restaurant that his dad ran, and now the son was running, and all this. That was kind of in the neighborhood of Chicago there, and so of course the brother drug addict kind of ran it to the ground, and it's decrepit and owes a bunch of money to all kinds of shady people and everything else, and so. Bear, whatever you want to call him, he was
Bear Lip.
he was
Bear Lip over there.
he went off to like fancy culinary school and went to the upper echelons of these Michelin chefs where they do all that, and so he comes back to resurrect the restaurant, and he's trying to bring what he knows, and of course he's dealing with family and old school Chicago people, and basically it's more like the cousin was running it, and the cousin's shady, and then so it's basically a family relationship with Bear and now his cousin, and they're all trying to make sense of the brother killing himself, and then he's got a sister.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah, and so that's the premise of at least the first half of the show. I think it gets into other stuff.
It really is, and that's the thing. And this is what I tell people about Breaking Bad, too, because everyone's like, I don't want to watch that show about meth. It's like, it's not about meth. It's about character development and learning who Walt and his family are. It's the same thing with the bear. Yeah, you're in the kitchen. You get those intense moments where, it's like, 86 the shrimp, and it's an intense kitchen moment. But then you kind of settle down and you're like, oh, okay, here's what's happening with the family, and here's that side of the story. And that's the part that resonates.
Yeah. The thing, I've had my fill of, and I get it, because it's trying to show the culture and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had my fill of people calling each other cousin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they say about 50 cousin. I'm telling you, no cousin. We needed a cousin. And it's like they call each other because they're cousins.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I have cousins. I never call my cousins cousins. Hey cousin, come here, cousin.
Yeah, it does. It feels a bit expositional.
But they do it like this bad, like. I always knew it as a Southie Boston thing, but I guess they do it in Chicago too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's kind
of
of
well, it's right up there with like bra from like if you're like in Hawaii or something like that, or to extrapolate it, if you're a pro wrestling
teenager.
If you're a pro wrestling fan, brother. I mean that's been getting tossed around even without Hogan. Before that, I was.
But I don't think they get that loose with cousin. Like you actually have to be their cousin to say cousin.
Well, yes and no. Like I'll give you an example. The bloodline, their whole thing is calling each other Oos, which is technically brother.
Yeah.
So
but that's different than cousin. Like I think the term cousin, like it's not like brother, or you can lose like it's like my brother from another mother.
You know what I got?
You have to actually be their cousin.
What I got real tired of, and I think it officially jumped the shark when Paul Walker said it in Fast and the Furious, is the word cuh.
Cuh.
C-U-H.
Do people still do that?
No, thank God. Like I said, I think Paul Walker burned it out, especially for white people.
And I'm not a fan of nickname or short-term and full-term names anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how my thoughts on vacay. People say vacay, I want to punch them in the face.
I do, because I say it.
Let's go on vacay. What? You're too lazy to say vacation.
I'm trying to be hip and with it,
Vacay.
Like the young people.
You're a dad.
Yeah.
It's
ship has sailed.
over.
I know.
I hear the word vacay, I want to throw up in my mouth.
My kids are almost all grown, and I'm still a nerd.
When my adult friends unironically buy me Bluey T-shirts for like gifts, that's when you know that ship has sailed. Yeah.
My 16-year-old went, and that's her lunchbox this year. She came home from Target, and she's like, "Check it out, Mom!" And I was like, "Aren't you like 16?" And she goes, "Oh, Bluey is so cool." Oh my God!
It's a hip thing right now.
I think it's like when we were teenagers and you were into SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean were?
Wow.
No, honestly, there are moments, like I'm not a SpongeBob fan, but there are moments that will catch me off guard.
Yeah.
Like somebody was just playing a clip and it was just Patrick going, "Is mayonnaise an instrument?" That's just unobjectively like funny. Like in or out of context,
funny.
That's funny.
It's also brain rot.
Oh, completely.
It's not as deep and witty as Beavis and Butthead. That's all I'm saying.
They took the generation that grew up with that brain rot has now taken it to a completely different level, to a level where it makes me physically uncomfortable. Like, have you, and I hate even invoking the name. Have you experienced Skibbity Toilet?
Oh my gosh. Because I'm a parent and I know nothing about the world, I had to ask my kids about all of that. And it is so funny because my youngest is like, "Mom, that's so dumb. And she's like, that's the other generation. That's not us. And she went in. So I went and Googled it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
All I have to say is wow.
Now-
Otherwise, I can't
Here's
talk
the thing.
about it on the radio.
Wow.
Here's the thing. Michael Bay is working on a cinematic universe for Skibidi Toilet. And
Oh,
I'm
for
not
the love
making
of
that
Pete.
up. Like an actual 2 to 3 movie franchise about this universe.
Yeah, I pray for that.
Why am I
generation.
feeling another idiocracy moment coming?
It
is horrendous.
Because all I can think of is the biggest movie of the year was a movie called Ass.
Mhm. And that's all
90
it
minutes
was.
is all it was. Yeah.
Yeah, a head in a toilet. It is so. I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
It lacks Riz. However, someone who doesn't lack Riz, Gary Thrive.
What did I do now?
No, you don't lack Riz. In fact, you are the epitome of Riz.
Yes.
I hope that's good.
It is. It's a good thing.
Okay.
We were talking before we
It's
went on
short
the
for
air
charisma.
about a man with a hat collection like yours has that Riz.
What was it? He used to say chutzpah.
Yeah, that chutzpah, exactly. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, my kid had to write down all those words. 'Cause I'm like, what does that mean? Is that good or bad? You're so dumb.
Right. Remember how our parents were like, "Is bad good or is bad bad?" Yeah. So it's understandable. The whole goal of the younger generation is to confound us olds.
Oh, 100%.
I was like, you want to confound us? Study your SAT words.
So then I just go to
Memorize
school
your
and I'm like, hey,
multiplication
did
and
you ask
math
that
paper.
boy for his digits? And they're like, oh, you don't say that. And I'm like, I'm going to go talk to that kid. And I'm going to be like, hey, my kid wants your digits. Mom!
Ask it next time you have a chance. Ask your younger kids to mimic holding a phone to their head.
Oh, yeah.
Because mimic holding a phone to your head. Exactly. You know what they do now?
Is it this?
Or this. Either this or this.
No,
This
we're
or
this
they're
age.
holding a brick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we do this.
It's completely
holding
that's
with their
gonna
chin.
make you feel old. Yeah, but if you do a shaka barrage next to your head, that's
Or
that's the
or
generational
I'm surprised
code.
there isn't the Bluetooth people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That would yeah.
Hello? Gotta go.
Talk to the watch.
Oh, that was the 90s.
Yeah. Now let's talk to the watch. Which actually was the 80s because of Michael Knight.
Yes.
Because Michael Knight, that's how he communicated with Kit when he wasn't in the car.
Whatever happened to talking to your shoe?
Yeah, exactly. Get smart, head to
Yeah, I
shoe.
was going to say get smart.
Yeah. See, and odor eaters could have made a killing.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Is your shoe phone not
like
as
you.
friendly family or funk friendly as everybody wants? Yeah, I'm just
I
saying.
missed it by that much.
Yeah. All right, we should get the hour going. In case you're wondering, the extra voices, Andrew and Gary are going to join us on the Roswell Chamber here in just a few minutes. Give us an update on all the rundown and events happening there. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to replay an interview we had with Robert Sherman from the Walker Aviation Museum. They are now officially open for business.
Yay.
Now that all the flood repair and everything's been done, and repairing of walls and dust, and they kind of seen it all out there. But they're back and open and gearing up for actually air races like everybody else. So we'll play that interview for you. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to replay our interview Sean had with the folks from the Historical Society talking about their Heritage Dinner coming up here in August. Also had with them folks from the Assurance Home and Community Kitchen, two of the beacons of hope they're honoring at this year's Heritage Dinner. So we'll play that interview about 9:15. Plus, we'll have all of the features that include the newses of the local and national variety, Wall Street business updates, weather, which, by the way, you're not going to like today's weather. Not at all.
Hot.
107.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah, bad news, bear weather, and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. But first, here's the meteorologist to tell you it's going to be hot.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a heat advisory in effect for the next few days. That big high pressure system is still parked right over our area. That'll take us to about 105 for the afternoon high today. Lots of sunshine. Clear and about 70 for the overnight. It'll stay sunny and very hot on Thursday and Friday. A little bit breezy each afternoon and highs around 105. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 75 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 45% with winds currently out of the south at 9 miles per hour. In case you need a reminder, it is hot. There is a heat advisory once again kicking in at noon today, remaining in effect through 7 p.m. this evening. Yeah, sunny, 107, southeast winds 5 to 10 for today. Overnight low of 72 tonight under mostly clear skies. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, 105 and sunny tomorrow. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, sunny and 104. So getting cooler. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, down to 102. Man, might need a coat. And then Saturday night, there's a 20% chance at some rain. Mostly cloudy, otherwise overnight low is 72. We're going to drop below 100 on Sunday, 98 for a high on Sunday. And then once again, a 20% chance of rain Sunday night. And then Monday, mid-90s, 95, 94 on Tuesday. So I don't know, maybe fall's moving in. All right, it's 26 minutes after 7. We're going to take a quick 3-minute break. And then the folks from the chamber are going to join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
For the first time ever, the National Championship Air Races are touching down in Roswell, New Mexico. From September 10th through the 14th, witness the world's best pilots battle it out in the fastest motorsport on the planet. Vintage warbirds, cutting-edge jets, aerobatics, and family fun, all against the stunning New Mexico sky. 3, 2, 1. Get your tickets now at airrace.org. Don't miss this high-octane spectacle. Downtown Artesia is the place to be September 11th through the 13th for 3 nights of music, culture, and community. Thursday kicks off with New Mexico Heritage Night, mariachi, tejano, and local flavor. Friday's all about indie folk vibes. And Saturday, red dirt, black gold with headliner Cody Canada and The Departed. Gates open at 5, music starts at 6. Plus, interactive vendors, shopping, food, and cold drinks all weekend long. Bring your boots, bring your friends, and experience Artesia like never before. Full schedule at reddirtblackgold.com. A heartfelt thank you to the City of Artesia for making this event possible. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more.
Hey Roswell, celebrate freedom. Celebrate huge savings with 0 down payment, 0% APR, and 0 payments for 90 days during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Your friends at Roswell Ford make upgrading to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less super fun, super fast, and super easy. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to free you from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Right now, trade and upgrade to a new Ford for less with 0 down, 0% APR, and 0 payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Our aggressive lenders will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Celebrate huge American-made savings and more for your trade during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Get on board at Roswell Ford, because we'll do whatever it takes to make a deal. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 1 in 3 snake bite victims is drunk. 1 in 5 is tattooed. Hold my beer and check this out. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:29, and joining us now officially in studio from the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, Andrea and Gary back with us. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How's life at the office other than half cold, half hot?
Well, we are 3 days into school
We
now,
are.
and I have teenagers. So I got the first, I don't want to go to school. And I was like, nope, we're day 3. We can't have, I don't want to go to school yet.
Yep, not yet. You're not even through the first week yet. But yeah, it is. And of course, as I was reminding people beginning of the week, they're turning on all those flashers by the school zones and more traffic.
Pay attention.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot busier commutes to work and what have you in the
And
morning.
then Gateway starts next week, so it'll be, then everybody's in.
So over in that neighborhood
So really be careful.
Yeah. But that being said, I know I know it's still August and summer, but now that school is in, we kind of look to fall kind of now. And in the fall season, even though it's not fall, but with school, we call it fall.
Yes.
But things get busier usually in the fall and things. Once the kids go back and people get into their kind of routines or their non-summer routines, then, it also fills up our dance card too.
Absolutely. We've got Leadership Roswell coming up. We have closed all of the applications. So unfortunately, if you didn't turn in your application, you're not getting in this year.
Yep. They ended that up the end of July here.
Yep.
So.
The team is in the process of scoring all of the applications that came in. And our welcome reception will be September 2nd from 5 or 6 to 8. I'm looking forward to seeing who the 30 people are because I saw the names.
I'm about to say they should be probably this week. Probably
Yeah.
by the end of this week, they should be letting people know.
Yeah, Rick said that hopefully by the end of the week, he'll know who they are and he'll start making his phone calls to everybody. But I, of course, as I'm compiling all of the applications to be sent out to Scored, some really wonderful people in this community have put in their applications this year. And as always, if you are unfortunately one of the ones that doesn't make the class this year, please turn in an application next year because those do get weighted a little bit more for next year's class. And then the first class for Leadership Roswell will be September 5th. So it's coming up here pretty quick.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. So if you get a phone call this week, awesome. But yeah, I'm telling you right now, Rick usually calls every single person that applies and tells them if they made it or not. So
correct.
He does make, and I think they've got 40 plus applications. So
yes.
So he's got a phone calls to make, which he'll do this week.
Welcome to my world.
That's right.
Absolutely. So so thank you everybody that turned in an application, and we're looking forward to the 25-26 Leadership Roswell class. It's going to be really good.
Absolutely, yeah, and we'll get underway here in about a month out. Yep. Right before air races.
Just by the skin of our chinny chin chin, we'll get that first class in, and then of course we've got September 10th through the 14th is going to be the air races, and pull out the welcome wagons and your welcome mats because it's going to be wonderful. Are we going to be perfect? Probably not. It's going to be the first time and we're learning, but the biggest thing that we as a community can do is just roll out the welcome for everybody that's coming, because this is going to be just another thing that we can put in our hat that says this is what Roswell is and who we are and what we do. A lot of people are kind of sick of aliens. Well, here's a chance to be something in addition to.
This is it's a huge potential for an economic boom here if we do it right. So.
And so, everybody that says we need restaurants and shopping and all of this stuff.
This is how it happens.
This is how it happens, is by getting these events to come in annually. Because as soon as this is over, there will be developers going, okay, this was such a success. Let's make sure we have stuff in place for
There's always
the
those
future.
6 or 7 restaurants everybody wishes, like, oh, well, we need an Olive Garden. Oh, we need a Chick-fil-A. Oh, we need...
Well, that's what you want.
This is how it happens.
Come out. That's right.
And for those of you out there that have been thinking about starting a restaurant, this would be a good time to do so and join the chamber and let me help you to market yourself and get you off to a great start.
Absolutely, yeah. Someone needs to see a mechanic. My window's closed and I heard that. But But yeah, this is a chance for something big here. So yes, like you said, it's going to put a strain on our resources this year, and but we'll get better, and we'll learn.
That's right.
And they're learning too, and to be honest, it's on both sides. You know, the air race folks, you know, this is new for them too, and they're learning as they're going, and so they get it. They're kind of. So
but also lean on them because they have done it for 65 plus years in Reno. Yeah, Roswell is not Reno, but they have so much knowledge that they can bring to us and tell and help us make this event the best that it can possibly be. Because when the air races started in Reno was not.
It didn't show up one overnight and 100,000 people were there.
That's right.
Yeah. And but by the way, I recommend if you want to get tickets and be in the grandstand, airrace.org is that's the place you got to go to do that and get your tickets, and that way you can sit in the grandstands and see the action up close and personal.
Absolutely.
Feel the need for speed.
That's right. And it's kind of
ka-chow.
And if you're there at the website, I highly recommend you read about the different classes and the different, because it's kind of neat, because they go from everything like that run what you brung at the drag strip mentality, where it's like streetcars kind of there. I mean, it's a little bit more because of safety and everything, but it's basically open class. They can kind of to everything that's more similar to NASCAR, where the planes are mechanically identical.
Yes.
But the pilots, it's all on the pilots there. And then they run jets, they run, you know, and you'll see everything from vintage World War II era P-51s and P-47s out there racing to jet aircraft. I'm telling you, it's going to be pretty cool but I highly recommend you check out the different, some they're like drag races, some are more a circuit track. It's literally NASCAR in the sky.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And if you're looking for opportunities, you can always call the chamber. We've got the connections to send you where you need to be if you want to help out in any way, shape, or form with the air races. And then also, if you want to help out in a way that is air race adjacent, sign up for Uber and Lyft and be an Uber or Lyft driver. Be a DoorDasher, be, those types of things, because that's kind of adjacent, and then you can tailor make your schedule around what is going on, and it's an additional way to make some income. And, especially if you're a Lyft or Uber driver, then you're going to help with getting the cars off the road.
I'm surprised those companies aren't bigger here in town. I'm like, I figure on a Friday or Saturday night, there's got to be enough people that go to bars and drink that need rides home.
You would think. For a long time, I was the only Lyft driver. Yeah. And I never lifted. I just wanted to see what the process was to be a driver. And so it was always a running joke at our house when we'd go out. Okay, I'm going to call myself and pay myself to take me to go home.
If you figure a way to do that, it's not a bad idea. Like my wife years ago, in fact, she still has the taser, but she bought a taser. But to basically save on the taser, she became like a Mary Kay taser consultant and got all the taser bags and everything. Never sold not one taser, but she got all the discounted taser, for our personal. So basically same thing.
Yeah.
Didn't sell one taser. Like, when are you going to sell tasers? Door-to-door taser salesman? What are you doing?
Got to get a scanner and be right there in the middle. Oh, well, had you had this,
that's right,
that wouldn't have happened.
See? You need a taser. If you had one, you want to snuck up on you like this. Yeah. But I got way off the rails there. But
so, Gary, what I see you've got 2 pages of stuff for what's coming up in August. What's going on?
We had a really busy July.
We did.
And since the last time we sat down and did this, we had 5 ribbon cuttings. So I want to recap on.
We're running out of ribbon. Just
kidding. No. We keep a good stock of ribbon.
We do have a vault.
But Loveless Hospital had a new mammography unit come in, and they started that up. So we did that on the 17th.
They wouldn't let me try it out, though.
On the 18th, we had Bitter Lakes Farm Company out, the pistachio and adobe folks.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. Everybody, you should go out there and check them out. They do workshops on the weekends.
Yeah,
and,
you want to learn? Yeah, they do like Adobe brick workshops.
Right.
I think like an end game, he wants to build a little Adobe community out there for folks to live in and everything else. So
and you can know you're there because you can see the big tall Adobe building as you're pulling in.
Yes.
Out there. But and then on Saturday the 19th, Ann Hunter Designs and Salon and Boutique on 106 East Linda Vista, across from the new Plateau building. On the 25th, we had our Degenerate Coffee, which is just right up the street here. Had a great turnout for that. And then on the 30th, we did the Southeastern New Mexico Massage School remote from Artesia in our chamber conference room. And that was a very interesting ribbon cutting and conversation. Mm-hmm. Those ladies have really got it together, and they're taking applications for their fall class.
Yeah.
And it's just like a regular school year. It's like from September.
Well, when you're done, you're a licensed massage therapist.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And they teach you business skills as well. So.
Yeah. So if you're
and
looking
they even get you paired up with employers, or if you want to be your own entrepreneur, they will help you set up all of that so you can hit the ground running.
Yeah. So any graduates, my wife is usually a standing customer of wanting massages and things. So I'll put you on retainer.
There you go.
And then there towards the end of July, we had two new members, Oakley and Irving Wealth Management, remote also from Carlsbad.
Oh, Aaron.
Yeah. And then we also had Zia Mobile Notary Service that they're going to go around. You need them, come. Where are you at? Okay, nice. I'll be right there. And
we'll notary it up.
They're right out. They're here out of Roswell. And then yesterday we had Hair Today, Gone Today, beauty salon located at 309 South Main. Joined the chamber. So
they specialize in bald people. I'm just kidding.
that kind of wraps July and begins August, and we have coming up here this Thursday, which is tomorrow night. We're going to start a little bit later than normal because we're doing a business after hours, and it's going to also include the Hispano Chamber at El Toro Bravo.
Yes.
Restaurant, and that's going to be a really big networking event for anybody and everybody that is a member and wants to be a member to either one of the chambers. And then on Friday we have out at University High School, they have a new stem cell lab, and so that we're going to go out there and do the ribbon cutting at 1 p.m. on Friday. And then the following Thursday, we have another business after. We have 3 business after hours this month. The second business after hour is another remote member. It's the U.S. Air Force recruiters out of Alamogordo.
Okay.
They are coming up, and it's going to be in our back patio, part of it in the back patio, but part of it out in the front parking lot because they are bringing the robot dogs.
Oh, cool.
And they are going to have a display of the
Go
robot.
give those recruiters a hard time.
Robot dogs.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But so if you're thinking about joining the Air Force, this would be a great time to meet them instead of having to go all the way to Alamogordo.
Yeah.
Just come by the chamber at 5.
Or even just learning what the Air Force is doing and, what's going on. Because
Absolutely.
things change year to year, administration to administration within our armed forces, as both of you gentlemen know.
Yeah.
And I'm learning with my son-in-law. And so come out, ask the questions, and find out. So it's not just if you want to be, if you're interested in going into the military, come out and see what they're doing. I am so excited to see those robot dogs.
Yeah, exactly. I am too.
I'm just saying, usually the kids with higher ASVAB scores go Air Force. Just saying.
I'm just saying. Definitely not crayon-eating Marines.
That's right.
For sure.
Well, I'm very thankful for the Air Force because otherwise I would not have had airplanes to jump out of
There
as a
you go.
paratrooper.
We gave you a ride. That's
exactly.
Right.
And then on the 18th of August, which is Monday, the 18th, we have Quilting Memories on their grand opening ribbon cutting at 4 p.m. on 500 North Kentucky. And then and this is just what I've got so far for August. And then on the 28th of August, we have our third business after hours of the month. And that's at Sunny Smiles Dentistry, the new dentist office right across the street from Eastern New Mexico Medical Center.
It's right near my house. I pass all the time.
There you go.
We're going to do a business after hours / ribbon cutting. And that's at 317 West Country Club, and they're going to have lots of food, and they have a phenomenal facility.
Lots of cavity-inducing sugars, and
and you'll be able to make your appointments to get your teeth checked afterwards.
That's right. It's a smart move.
But we have, by the way, it's also a great time. This is the time of year. This is a fiscal year for our red coats. So if you're thinking about becoming a red coat, this is certainly a good time to jump on board.
Absolutely.
And become a red coat. It's a great way to represent your company and to get
networking,
get out in the community and be able to meet all the other merchants in town.
Expand your social circle and
Yep.
sweet red jacket. I'm just saying,
I know.
there's perks.
And of course, we cannot stress enough. Thursday, tomorrow night, come out to El Toro Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
It is a joint event with ourselves and the Hispano Chamber. And it's kind of a recruiting tool for both chambers, but really more than anything, come out and celebrate El Toro Bravo and see what they're doing.
Eat some tacos.
That's right.
or some chicken or some pastries. They got it all
fantastic.
covered. Yeah.
And
you can't go wrong with anything on that menu.
No.
Yeah,
and they are
exactly.
fantastic community members. They really love Roswell and the community. So come out and support them because they support us.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just come on out. Just follow your nose. there,
That's
and
right.
it'll be on
Right
the-
across the street from the parking lot at the UFO Museum.
I'll try to pop over there. I do have a Legion meeting tomorrow during the same time, so if I have a pointy hat on, don't excuse me. Not that pointy hat, you rude.
And if you've been thinking of joining the chamber, go to roswellnm.org and up in the upper right-hand corner, click that Join tab. That opens up the membership benefits page and
Absolutely.
has all my information up there at the top so you can call and ask questions.
If you do business in Chavez County, it will benefit you to be a member.
Doesn't even have to be in Chavez County.
Yeah,
Any, we have the
and
remote
beyond.
membership, as we've shown. We have
But
Artesia and Carlsbad.
That's right.
A lot of, we do have a lot of business that don't have a physical address here in Chavez County or Roswell, but they do business here. And so
Right.
that's, we say it's behoove you to, be a chamber member. And,
Absolutely.
And matter of factly, just like we were doing some chamber needs the other day, and we said, oh, we need this. And then we're like, well, let's call our chamber members to see who can help us out with this.
Exactly.
Because there is perks.
we go to our chamber members first. We recommend our chamber members first. If there is nobody in that category, then we have to do the same thing as everybody else, good old-fashioned Google. And then at that point, it's hit or miss, and we are very honest with the people that we are talking to, whether they're in person or on the phone, about, hey, ABC Business is not a member, so we can't really recommend or not recommend. But if they are in our database, we can say, hey, they are a chamber member. They've been a member in good standing for, so many years.
Mm-hmm.
We, can definitely recommend and push
Absolutely.
towards you.
Another thing I probably want to put on your radar to put on our calendar is now that, we are transitioning to the fall activities, we get it. Things get busy around the community and everything else. Get them in. We can get them in the chamber newsletters and our chamber calendars. So if your organization, civic organization has your big events coming up and want to get it on the radar of the community, reach out to the chamber. We can put them on our community calendar. We can put them in our email, our Friday email blasts.
In fact, we just approved of what was it, about 125 different events on our community calendar. And then our weekly email goes out every Friday morning at 9 a.m. If you are a chamber member, send us the information. I can't include you and the wonderful things that you're doing and highlight you if I don't know that you have something to give us. And we are pretty proficient at this point with LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yeah.
So once again, if you've got things going on, let us know. Tag us on your social media because then we'll go and like and share it and just help get that world bigger.
Yeah, and that world algorithm going. Yeah, the more you hashtag things, the more eyeballs gets on it.
Absolutely.
So we can help you, and it's kind of, if you tag a page that has say 10,000 followers or likes or whatever you want to call that, now all of a sudden their people are seeing your thing, and then that's 10,000. So that's why it's so important.
Exactly. So tag us and let us know. And I'm checking social media a couple times a day. You can usually tell if it's a kid-heavy day, because those are the days I don't post as much on the Chamber website and the Chamber social media. But I try to get on there a couple of times a night or during the day and figure out what's going on, and also like and share our members' information. So
their achievements and sales and what have you.
And if you have any questions or comments or concerns, call Gary or I, 575-623-5695. Come and see us at 131 West 2nd. You can't miss us. We're on the corner of Richardson and 2nd with the huge alien mural.
Yeah.
Or roswellnm.org, and that's our website, and you can get pretty much any information you're looking for.
Yeah. And then, basically, if you're looking at the mural, turn around, there's a subway, you know you're in the right place.
Exactly. If you're across the street from the police department, you're in the right spot.
There it is, and come on by. And then, of course, like you said, go to the Chamber website, follow us on social media here.
Yep.
Facebook, Instagram,
and LinkedIn.
There you go.
Obviously, LinkedIn's the more professional side.
Sure.
Facebook, Instagram. Oh, my gosh. I cannot talk. You can tell it's halfway through the week.
Have a sip of coffee.
Instagram and Facebook, we do a little bit more different stuff.
Well, you get more to play. And,
Yeah.
Everyone's all harumphing over on the LinkedIn side where everyone else is.
Oh, yeah. I'll post stuff and some fun stuff on LinkedIn.
Ain't
and
no one
people are
sharing
like,
their-
this is, oh, my gosh.
No one's sharing their lunch pics on LinkedIn. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you guys.
Well, thanks for
Appreciate
having
it.
us.
And we'll see you here in a couple weeks.
Absolutely.
And folks, if you've got, especially with air races coming up and everything, want to get in, want to help, want to get involved, reach out to the Chamber. There's lots of different things we can do.
And we still have a couple spots left on the map for
Lunar Cow.
Yes, Lunar Cow, please.
We need to get that closed out so we can get it to the
that's
printer.
Going hot here in a month.
Right.
Especially for the digital side, the ever-changing
That's
fluid
right.
side. So if you want to get in your sales that are going to get out to the thousands of people that are going to be rolling through town here in about a month, that's going to be a good way to do that.
Yeah. I was told about 65,000 tickets have been confirmed sold, which averages out to about 15,000 people per day out at the races.
The way I look at it is that's about the size of like I don't know,
double the size
an
of
NFL
Roswell.
stadium, about a smaller NFL stadium,
Yeah.
65,000 people. You think about it. That's
It's a whole nother Roswell.
like Old Mile High Stadium was about 65,000.
Yeah. Old Mile High. I miss
And
Mile
we
High.
do have the bottle cap collection point right
Yes.
outside and I put signs above and beside it
Yes.
because we have had an occasional bag of trash dropped in
People
there.
just
it
think
is
it's-
it is for bottle caps only.
Yes, please. We do not need your trash. The trash
No.
is not helpful to us. We appreciate using a receptacle. That's not the right receptacle. Use another.
Well, if you turn right around and go right to
Yes.
the alley right there, there's 4 dumpsters.
Well, I'm sure what happened is people cleaned out their cars from it, like they were during UFO Festival. They'll park near
Probably.
our area, and they had a bunch of stuff, and they just throw it in there and think, "Oh, there's a trash can." No,
Exactly.
that's not the trash. But yes,
I
please.
don't think it's malicious at all.
Yeah, I think it's just people being people.
At least they're picking it up and not throwing it.
At least it's not laying
At least
in
they're
the
not
parking
throwing
lot.
it in the parking lot.
That's where we've come in this world. Well, at least they're not throwing it in the parking lot. They're only half savage.
Well,
But,
and to be fair, I think some of the trash we have just gets blown out of those
Sure.
dumpsters because if they don't have a top,
Yeah.
and it's New Mexico.
Oh yeah, wind blows. Yeah, that's one thing we guarantee. It
But
blows.
there is some stuff I see up there that I'm like, really?
Yeah.
You couldn't walk the 5 and it's never trash
Yeah.
that I see that's like literally in the middle of nowhere. It's like 5 steps from a receptacle, and I'm like, seriously?
They're the shopping cart.
That's like the
people.
shopping cart.
Yep,
Yeah.
10,
same
10
people.
feet away from the
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't.
turn-in point.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's one of my pet peeves. I'm not like the Nazi guy online chasing people down.
No, I don't chase people
No, I
down,
just
but I
grab-
do
Right.
side-eye people if
Yeah.
I'm putting mine and I watch them just leaving, and I'm like,
Yeah.
really? Like,
Well, it's a real
I'm
thing
like-
here.
If you see me pushing 4 or 5 carts across the parking lot to the reception point, that's
Yeah.
why, because I can't.
I will never leave a cart out there, even if there's no receptacles. I will, and I'm a mile out. I'll push that thing back inside. I do it. My wife
Yeah.
will wait for me. I never leave him out there, just because I know as soon as the wind blows, that's hitting somebody's car, and I all of us hate that.
yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it's a pet peeve.
Amen. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mike. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
We'll yell at Cloud next week. All right. It's 7:54. Let's pause for news and sports as well, brought to you by DSI. Now that we're about ready to go daily with that, we're probably about another week or two out for it. Because once high school sports start up here in, about 3 weeks or 4 weeks or so? Yeah, well, that'll be a daily thing. But for now, just still on Wednesdays. But we'll do all that here on the other side. Don't go away.
With your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. The Xcel Energy Foundation recently awarded nearly $600,000 to 53 nonprofits in Texas and New Mexico to recognize contributions in the areas of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Career pathways, environmental sustainability, and community vitality were also awarded. Among the programs funded were First Tee of Southeast New Mexico in Roswell, the Inspired by Science program in Carlsbad, and the Chavez County CASA program. Also in Dexter, the Midway Youth and Family Development Center received funding. Eddy County leaders have been briefed on the response to damaging floods over the summer months. County's emergency manager, Jennifer Armendariz, told commissioners that a total of 7.47 inches of rain fell between June 1st and July 11th at Carlsbad Caverns. 4.42 inches was recorded at Carlsbad Airport during that same time period, while 3.77 inches was recorded at Artesia. Extensive flooding was reported at crossings on McDonald Road, Longhorn Road, and Deer Canyon in rural areas of the county. Right now, only the McDonald Road crossing remains closed due to the road being washed out. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a heat advisory in effect for the next 2 days. That big high-pressure system is still parked right over our area. That'll take us to about 105 for the afternoon high today. Lots of sunshine. Clear and about 70 for the overnight. It'll stay sunny and very hot on Thursday and Friday. A little bit breezy each afternoon and highs around 105. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Still burning cash on posters that get tattered, tired, and tossed? Turn heads with vibrant LED posters from DSI. Plug and play with custom updatable graphics. Showcase a single showstopper or link several for a seamless video wall. For over 27 years, DSI has helped New Mexico businesses communicate smarter with printers, IT support, AV, and more. Ready to elevate your message and cut costs? Call 888-386-7834 or visit dsinm.com today.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Last week we told you about the all-state baseball selections for teams like NMMI and Goddard. How about Gateway Christian Class 1A? Yeah, they made it to the state championship game, lost to Magdalena, but they were honored accordingly. A couple of first-teamers, Zach McCracken Jr. was picked in the outfield, and also first-team designated hitter was only a freshman, Cohen Boland. Congratulations. And second-teamers, Rayford Fulkerson, a senior pitcher for the Warriors, as well as Nathaniel Wigley, also a senior pitcher for Gateway Christian. Now, Gateway's getting ready for the football season. That starts on August the 22nd. They'll be starting the season at Cloudcroft. Remember, last year, Gateway reached the 8-man semifinals. They're hoping to do a little better this year. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
Bill Cunningham is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
And we're closing in on 8 o'clock. Town Hall News is up next. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away. Another minute. I had a whole nother minute. I was going to talk. I was like, oh, another minute. No, my dumb self said, oh, it's only 7:59. Hey, stay tuned next hour. We're going to play our interview. We had Robert Sherman join us from the Walker Aviation Museum. They are now officially after the last couple of weeks now open. Everything else, they since the flooding, they have, with the airport, they had some damage, repainting, remodeling, and And then it took a long time to pick carpet, and so that took forever because they were like waiting around for 6 months for someone to pick carpet. And then, but now they are open, they're ready, they're looking for volunteers, they're looking for folks to come out and see the museum. So we're going to play that interview for you next hour. And then 9 o'clock hour, we'll talk about the Heritage Dinner with the Historical Society, and interview we also had with the folks from Assurance Home and Community Kitchen as well. That's all coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. News up next. We'll be back.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The Kremlin is calling today's talks between President Trump's special envoy and Russia's Vladimir Putin constructive. A 3-hour meeting in Moscow came ahead of a looming White House-Ukraine deadline.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has held talks Wednesday with President Donald Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff right before a Friday White House deadline for Russia to reach a peace deal with Ukraine or potentially face economic penalties that could also hit countries buying Russia's oil. Earlier, Russian TV showed Witkoff taking a stroll in a park near the Kremlin with Kirill Dmitriev, Putin's envoy for investment and economic cooperation. But the Kremlin did not immediately provide more details on Putin's meeting with Witkoff. Trump is threatening severe tariffs and other economic penalties if the killing doesn't stop. I'm Donna Warder.
California's Gifford fire continues to grow, expanding to more than 84,000 acres. Firefighting crews struggling to rein in the blaze amid very hot and tinder-dry conditions. The fire in the Los Padres National Forest only about 9% contained. Hundreds of homes and other structures are under threat. President Trump considers J.D. Vance frontrunner for the 2028 Republican presidential nomination.
The president was asked if he believes that Vice President Vance is the heir apparent to the MAGA movement.
It's too early, obviously, to talk about it, but certainly he's doing a great job, and he would be probably favored at this point.
He also said Secretary of State Rubio would be a strong consideration for 2028. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott has gone to court to remove Democratic Texas House Leader Gene Wu from office. Abbott accusing Wu of leading dozens of Democratic lawmakers who left the state to block a congressional redistricting plan. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison has been suspended for 3 games by the NFL for violating the league's personal conduct policy for a drunken driving case last year.
Addison avoided a trial by pleading no contest to a lesser charge last month after facing 2 misdemeanor DUIs for his arrest on July 12, 2024, when a California Highway Patrol officer found him asleep in his vehicle that was blocking a lane on an interstate exit near Los Angeles International Airport. Addison will be permitted to practice and play an exhibition game before the suspension kicks in for games against Chicago, Atlanta, and Cincinnati. Addison, who finished his college career at USC after starting at Pittsburgh, matched Odell Beckham Jr. for the 4th most touchdown receptions in league history by players before their 23rd birthday. Bernie Bennett reporting.
President Trump has narrowed the list of potential candidates to lead the Fed to 4 people. One person not on the list, Scott Bessent. The president says the Treasury Secretary would like to stay in his current role. News and analysis, townhall.com. Large grain silo in Minot, North Dakota, site of a massive mural by an Australian artist.
Guido Van Helden has been working on the project for more than a year, and when it's finished, it will be visible all across the community. He's painted similar murals in the United States as well as other countries. Van Helton says when he creates the murals on old structures, it, quote, becomes part of the landscape. This mural will cost $350,000, covered through donations. Jason Walker reporting.
Hiroshima marking the 80th anniversary of the atomic bombing of the western Japanese city. Many aging survivors express frustration over growing global support for nuclear weapons as deterrents. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is down 8 points. The NASDAQ Composite Index trading 101 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday. It is confirmed.
Yes, it is. It is, in fact, Wednesday. The Wednesdayest of the days.
Yeah, and you know what else is throwing it off too is because normally like one of my standing appointments on Wednesday is not happening today, so that kind of also throws me into thinking it's a different day too.
I see.
So I'm like,
oh yeah, that's right, because it's vacation season.
Yes. So it's just one of those things, but it's just adding to the confusion of what my day is.
It means you get to enjoy your commute back from lunch.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can take a leisurely stroll.
That's right. Take a side street, you know?
That's right.
You never know what your car is going to pick up. I was thinking about it the other day. It's like, you know, Mike did posit the question that I really didn't have an answer to. Why does Sean's tires pick up everything? And I'll tell you my theory.
Mm-hmm.
To get to my side, now, you know how they say the wrong side of the tracks? I'm not sure which side I'm actually on. Because I have to cross like 7 different railroad crossings.
Right.
Depending upon the route that I take home.
Sure.
If I take one certain route, I don't cross any crossings.
Mm-hmm.
It's just longer. So as a result, I've ascertained or assumed that most of the, sharp things that go into rubber are shaken off of trucks when they go over railroad crossings.
Possibly.
So it is by that theorem that I have extrapolated that is why my tires are,
When
essentially...
your road is a gravel road, right? It's not paved, and by your house.
Oh yeah, no, it's all gravel. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that just hides everything.
It does.
I mean, everything from screws to whatever drops out of the back of people's trucks.
Right.
Especially if they're turning on and off the road there, and there's any kind of pothole or anything.
So I think what we're trying to say is, folks, secure your sharp metal.
Yeah.
If you've got sharp metal in the back of your truck, maybe I don't know if there's a way to strap it down. Put it in a bucket and strap the bucket down.
There you go, with a lid.
Yeah.
Put it.
Then again, we were driving the other day yesterday, and we did pass an actual bucket that had fallen off a truck, and literally next to a railroad crossing. So, lends itself to my hypothesis.
Yeah. Well, and also, you don't have to worry about it popping a tire.
Yeah.
Never seen a bucket do that.
Well, you ever seen me work? I find life and pop tires find a way.
All I can think of is that scene from Napoleon Dynamite where he tries to run over the Tupperware with the van.
Dang it!
Dang it!
That wasn't actually supposed to happen.
What's that?
The way that they did that wasn't supposed to happen. Like, supposedly, that was an improv scene. Like, they said test it, test the strength in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
And that idea came up, so they shot it, and then, of course, the van broke it. And then his reaction, the drive away, every single part of that was completely improv.
Well, it was good.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic.
Because he literally just, dang it.
Dang it. I do. One of my favorite readings of a line is actually from around that scene where, in order to sell the Tupperware, they offer to include the old wooden ship. Yeah. And the wife, she goes, I want that. Just the way she goes, I want that.
Right.
To her husband. It's one of the funniest deliveries of a line I've ever seen in my life. I want that.
I want that. Yeah, it is
that
good.
That was the grease that made the sale happen. Well played. Well played.
Hey, you know what you want.
That's right.
You get it.
I got to tell you, I watched. I'm trying to do it in chunks. I watched 2 more episodes of King of the Hill.
Yes.
Last night, and consistently, it's fantastic. It's not like teeth out funny. I mean, there are moments, but it's so true to the original series, and that's really all any fans want. Because if you were a fan of King of the Hill, yeah, it had its moments, but it wasn't like a laugh out loud funny show.
Sure.
It's a story.
Yeah.
And they continue the arc of the story really, really well.
Nice.
I got to say, Peggy has become far and away my favorite character on the show.
Okay.
She's like just the way she constantly says Saudi Arabia.
Now, is Judge Wright create all that, or is he have people that help him do that?
No, it's all his. I mean, I'm sure he's got other writers.
I mean, animators, but I didn't know if there was like a team of writers that wrote that, and he's in part of it, or it's all him.
I'm pretty sure every episode, at least as far as like the original treatment, was Judge.
Gotcha. Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah,
I know, and I'm sorry. This has always been my problem with King of the Hill, and I'll say problem, but it's one of the things I never get past is. When I hear Hank Hill talk, I think of Mr. Anderson from Beavis and Butthead. I cannot not delineate the two people.
And that's fair. But once you watch King of the Hill and you actually start to flesh out who Hank is as a character.
I know, but all I'm hearing is, them the boys and my tool shit. That's all I hear.
The last episode I watched, it was Hank and Peggy travel to where Bobby's restaurant is. But the big part of it is they're going to the George W. Bush Presidential Library. And I've never seen Hank happier in my entire life than when he's going through. And what's great is the docent of the library is Jack McBrayer. He just exudes docent. For those who don't know, he was the guy who played the door guy from 30 Rock.
Yeah.
But he's got that voice, and he just comes across as a docent.
Yes.
He's perfect in that role. So it's just spot on. But they do a whole thing, a whole situation room simulation, and he's just like giddy about it. Like they end up doing they're like, what are we going to get? 9/11? Are we going to get the Iraqi crisis? They got the subprime mortgage crisis of 2008. And it's just a genuinely funny episode. But it's a great series so far. They've done a really good job of capturing the heart.
Maybe I'll check it out here. I'm going to get through The Bear now. That's kind of where I think I've got a couple seasons of that to get through.
My order of shows right now is, and I'm hoping to get some of these done, if not this weekend, then this coming week. But I got to get through King of the Hill, Squid Game. Need to finish that. Then I'd like to get back into The Bear, but we'll see kind of how it goes, because there's just a ton of other stuff out there that is calling my name,
Yeah, and I'm kind of, and then I'm waiting for things like I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm needing a Taylor Sheridan thing coming up here. Like, is there be another Tulsa Kings coming out?
I got to imagine at least some new seasons of like Oil Man. And,
I've got to be honest. Yeah,
Landman.
Oil Man and Tulsa King
Landman.
are the two I really would. I'm waiting for another season of.
Which I would think that after the success of the first season, I think both of those were kind of like a crapshoot, just to kind of see how it
They're
worked.
my favorite ones.
So now I think that you'll probably see a season 2 and onward, but it's probably going to take a little longer because I don't think they saw it coming.
Well, actually, in Tulsa King, I think it's a 3.
Yeah.
They've done 2 seasons.
Yeah, they've done 2
of,
so
of
far,
Tulsa King. And to be honest, they're going to continue one of the date series. Like, I think there's another one of those coming at some point.
Yeah.
I think like McConaughey's in it.
1397.
Yeah.
it's the tale of the colonial.
I imagine it's probably 1940 something or 19 something. It's something World War II era is my guess, but I don't know. So that's coming out, and I'm guessing. I imagine at some point they'll do another season of Mayor of Kingstown.
They need to do like a 1968, just so that we can cast Jelly Roll. Like an era where face tattoos would look extra hippie. I think 1968 would be perfect.
Perfect time to put it.
Where's the ranch at during the Summer of Love?
He's a Montana hippie.
Set it in that would be 1969, but set it in the Summer of Love just to kind of see how progressive and hip the Cowboys get. See if they go midnight cowboy on us.
Right. So much patchouli.
Oh, chaps on chaps on chaps.
Chaps on chaps on chaps. I don't want to see this anymore.
Good,
I'm going
there's a
fast.
lot of really good stuff out there. I think I'm out, Taylor, but
I think
nice
I'm going to
try.
wait for Lance Bass season 2 or whatever that show. Bass Reeves, not Lance Bass season 2. Bass
I
Reeves
haven't really
but-
been relevant since In Sync, but here's my boyfriend. Yeah, that's I would tune in. I'm not gonna lie.
Bass Reeves, played by Lance Bass.
Honestly, if they ever decide to do like one of those life vlog style like TV shows about one person about Joey Fatone and just call it the fat one.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Well, he's all about hot dogs now, right? That's
I
kind of
think,
his
yeah,
main jam. Does he still hang out with the Impractical Jokers? It seemed like anytime he was on
pops up
TV,
every
he
now
was,
and again,
he was
yeah.
on those guys.
I'll tell you though, once you go wiener, it's hard to come back. So
Yeah.
it makes
Of course,
sense.
I don't think the Practical Jokers have kind of fallen out of.
I've been seeing it's funny on YouTube. You kind of catch trends before they become trends.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of the rise and ugly downfall of the Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, I think
videos.
the shark is jumping.
Uh-huh.
I think it did start with what's his name leaving because of
Right.
the whole cheating on his wife with the intern or whatever it was and all that.
There is only so many times
Joe
you can
Gatto, yeah.
watch people embarrass their friends and laugh like hyenas, about it. It does have a shelf life.
Yeah. So. That being said, every once in a while I do like watching it.
Mhm.
But yeah, it ruined itself. Like, I would have been mad at True TV if they said, "Hey, we're going to take your show and pretty much marathon it all day, every day."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at some point, at first everyone's like, "What a great show!"
Right.
But after a month or two of that, people are going to be like, "Oh, geez."
Yeah, and it does get annoying, especially from a perspective of like, I pay money for this cable service.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you ever seen the show Ridiculousness? Turn on MTV2 right now.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's on.
Well, you know what? And now, like, Big Bang Theory has expanded to more channels. Like it's not only on just TBS
Now,
anymore.
see, shows-
Now it's on like Nick at Night and,
Really?
and MTV. Yeah, you can
Okay.
watch Big Bang Theory
Well,
pretty
now-
much on any of those channels.
Now, bear in mind, what that means is that Viacom gained the properties
Yeah.
of, or I guess, who owns Viacom? That would be
Is that Max?
HBO Max.
Yeah, it's all under Max,
So
I
HBO
think.
Max gained the rights to the Big Bang Theory, so they're going to put it on as many of their properties as they can. MTV and Nick fall under the same umbrella, so
Yeah.
that makes sense. But it's also with every single one of those is a new deal that they have to sign with the entire cast for royalties. So
Oh yeah, they're getting paid.
checks on checks.
Yeah,
I
they
mean-
still do a King Slots or whatever commercial, Royal Kingdom, whatever it is.
That's honestly just icing on the cake.
Yeah.
They got paid their rent with their Big Bang Theory checks. They, paid for the Lamborghini or the month.
But the
of
thing that
Ubers.
gets me is like they're not their characters. They're themselves.
No. Right.
But I'm like, no, man. If I want to buy that you guys are just hanging out playing Royal Kingdom together, I want it as Penny and Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
And I want the full Penny Leonard experience, please.
Pennard. Yeah, I mean, I can understand to an extent.
Yeah.
It does bother me, though, at the same time that, like, Jason Momoa has leaned so heavily into the, look, guys, I'm a tough guy, but I can be girly, too.
Yeah.
I mean, so much, like, have you seen the commercial where he's, like, in the dress, like, freaking out and all that? It's like,
yeah,
I'd like to see a little less of this Momoa, I think.
I'm thinking, to be honest, I think our Momoa is also starting to
jump the shark just a bit. Well, and that was, part of that was Minecraft movie, and he was just, it was the summer of Momoa because he was in everything.
Yeah, Shark Weeks, everything else. So, all right, we better get the hour going.
Yep.
We're going to replay our interview we had yesterday with Robert Sherman from the Walker Aviation Museum. But first, your weather. It's going to be 107 today. Here's your weather.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a heat advisory in effect for the next 2 days. That big high pressure system is still parked right over our area. That'll take us to about 105 for the afternoon high today. Lots of sunshine. Clear and about 70 for the overnight. It'll stay sunny and very hot on Thursday and Friday. A little bit breezy each afternoon and highs around 105. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 75 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 46%. Winds currently out of the south at 9 miles per hour. Heat advisory taking effect at noon today through 7 p.m. That's another reminder to tell you it's going to be so hot. 107 and sunny today for us here in Roswell. Southeast winds 5 to 10. Tonight, mostly clear, overnight low of 72 with south winds 10 to 15. Thursday, sunny, hot, 105 for a high, south winds 5 to 15. Friday, sunny and hot with a high of 104, south winds 5 to 10. And then weekend, going to be warm as well, mostly sunny, 102 on Saturday. There's a 20% chance of rain Saturday night. Sunny and 98 on Sunday, 20% chance of rain Sunday night. And then sunny and 95 when you head back to school and work Monday of next week. All right, 8:21, we're going to take a 3-minute break. Then we're going to play our interview we had with Robert Sherman from the Walker Aviation Museum. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Hey Roswell, celebrate freedom. Celebrate huge savings with 0 down payment, 0% APR, and 0 payments for 90 days during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Your friends at Roswell Ford make upgrading to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less super fun, super fast, and super easy. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to free you from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Right now, trade and upgrade to a new Ford for less with 0 down, 0% APR, and 0 payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Our aggressive lenders will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Celebrate huge American-made savings and more for your trade during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Get on board at Roswell Ford, because we'll do whatever it takes to make a deal. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Celebrating the music and legacy of Rod Stewart, Rob Caudill and his incredibly talented all-star band bring the fun, sound, and excitement of a Rod Stewart concert to life in Tonight's the Night, live at the Spencer Theater on August 9th. Featuring Rod Stewart's legendary drummer Carmen Appice and Rod's former saxophonist Katja Reicherman. This show is not one to miss. Get your tickets online at spencertheater.com or by calling the box office at 575-336-4800. We'll see you at the Spencer.
Who doesn't think the dentist is a big deal? I know what you're thinking. What will they find? How much will it hurt? What are my options? Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher, and I am here to tell you that here at Carabelli Dental, it is our job to put you at ease. With options like sedation dentistry, you can rest assured that regardless of what dental work you might need, you can get it done while resting comfortably. Call our office now and speak to our knowledgeable staff about setting up your new patient appointment.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 575-622-4455.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
Attention homeowners! Fulkerson Plumbing has an August special that's too important to miss. This month only, take advantage of their whole home plumbing inspection and water heater flush. Now only $149 for homes up to 2 bathrooms and $249 for 3 or more bathrooms. They'll check all the plumbing fixtures for leaks, damage, and corrosion. Plus, offer special repair discounts. Right Fit members save up to 20% while non-members still save 10%. Don't let hard water cause major issues for the plumbing in your home. Protect your investment. Call Fulkerson Plumbing today, 575-221-9772.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The first toilet being flushed in a motion picture was in the movie Psycho. Mike thought it was Gone with the Wind. Here's Mike Winters.
In studio this morning, Robert Sherman back with us from the Walker Aviation Museum. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'm here. Doug Weiser is out and about, running around, going to some other town here to check on his cattle bearing stuff.
Doing his day job.
Yeah.
Checking on steaks and everything else. So, but yeah, it's been a minute since we've got to see us. It's good to see you again. Of course, the best news of all is finally the museum is fully opened and back to allowing visitors to come visit after months of flooding, fixing and waiting on others to fix things, but the museum is open and ready for the public now.
Right. We had a little dust storm.
Yes.
You know, they're doing some contracting and stuff, but I was joking about something the other day. I was sitting at this desk. We moved the desk around against that wall, and inside there they were using one of those big hammers that fires nails into the wall.
Yeah, the air guns, whatever they're called.
And it was definitely keeping me awake. Blasting away there, right next to my ear. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's starting to sound like a flight line around here.
Yeah. We, one of the things is talking about, Atlas missiles, which surrounded Roswell, and a couple things that came up on that. We had some people come to visit us that had been working with the Atlas missile, and we sent them about 8 boxes of Atlas missile documents and data, and they had digitized everything, and they sent it back to us. But they came in, and I set them up. They were going to stay as an Airbnb out at Atlas Missile Silo 4.
Okay.
Which is, if you want to drive, like you can go to Lubbock, like you're heading for Tatum.
Gotcha.
You go past a turnoff that goes to Bottomless Lakes.
Okay.
And it's about exactly 9 miles further east. And then there's silos off on the left side, on the north side of the road there.
Okay.
So we went up there, and they were spending the night there in our B&B, 2 nights in the silo.
That's pretty cool.
And the owner is Gary Baker, and he's has some issues with not being able to walk very well at all. So he just stays down in there, and every couple of weeks he helps him up those series of stairs to get out of there.
Oh, man.
So anyway, Gary was there. He was a nice guy, and Raul Bernal is his main helper and tour guide. So anyway, their little bed and breakfast has 2 twin beds, and if you got kids, they just got some air mattresses for you.
Wow.
But
that would be
it's pretty interesting. You
it's a
come
neat
down
experience.
I took pictures as you come. Well, you see the silo, and then you just see a barbed wire fence with high fence and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where the sloping door goes into the silo, and you go down that long stairs, and you turn around and look back, and there's about maybe 35 or 40 big black and white photos on the side of the wall that they put there. And then as you go through the upper part, it's just probably 100 photos of construction going on when they were building the silo and stuff like that. Then you can get to an area where you can walk out over and look down, and down about 150 feet down to where the bottom is. And then you can look up to see where the doors, the 7-ton twin doors there that
Okay.
open up.
That's pretty cool.
That was kind of spooky, holding my cell phone over there to take a picture, looking down on that thing. I'm thinking, well, if I drop this cell phone, that's the last I'll ever see.
Yeah, I always get those moments every time I'm looking over like sides of
I
ships.
kind of wish I had
yeah.
a little cord hanging onto my cell phone there.
little bungee cord thing.
Yeah.
But that sounds pretty cool. I mean, so and I'm guessing folks are interested. Reach out to them if you want to book a night at the Missile Silo B&B.
Yeah. I don't have, I'm sorry about that. I don't know exactly how you get a hold of them. You probably just do some searching on the internet.
Yeah, I bet you could do a quick Google search.
Yeah, it's $740 a night, counting the taxes.
All right, so
it's kind of expensive, but
save up some money to spend the night there.
It's kind of a unique experience.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity. That's
we were
pretty
joking
cool.
with Gary, the owner down there, and I said, I guess if you get bad thunderstorms and you have potential tornado stuff, you're not too worried down here, are you?
No,
it's like these 7-ton doors. You're down.
Yeah, I think you're good.
You're down about 40 feet.
How watertight is it?
Pretty watertight.
Yeah, that'd be the only thing I'm worried about is water flooding in. But short of that, I'd be. Pretty,
yeah, it's.
I don't think you can worry about tornadoes or nothing.
So what we did is also while they were here, they were interested. The couple that came that were going to stay in that silo, I told them about Goddard High School being a underground
fallout shelter.
Fallout shelter. So we got over there, and Raul, speaking good Spanish, he was talking to some other guys, and so we went around and they showed us. You come in like not the north. You come in the west door, kind of a side door, and then just immediately right there you can go in a little room area, and it kind of turns around. And right now it's being used kind of a storage area for cleaning supplies.
Okay.
So they cleaned all that out. And if you come right in there, there's showers for decontamination right there.
Oh.
And we took some pictures of that. It's kind of hidden because right now they don't.
Yeah, they're not needed.
They just have a bunch of cleaning material and stuff in there. So it's kind of like, wow, so here's the decontamination showers. And then right next to that was another set of stairs that they don't usually use the main one as you come in the south door.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, they got a good tour of that and went downstairs and looked around the classrooms, and then we saw the decontamination showers out upstairs as people would come in.
Sure.
So they were pretty excited about seeing that. And I tell people about that when they're at the museum and talking about the Cold War and the Atlas missiles that were on alert during the Cuban Missile Crisis, as well as the B-52s on alert. And I said, it's just because of that situation that was going on, several years later after they had put the silos in, but then they closed them up pretty quick, about 65 they closed. But I said they built a high school here with classrooms underground. And a lot of visitors, from Connecticut or wherever they're from, Tennessee, they really find that very interesting that our high school here is also a bomb shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's unique is the high school I went to is built around the same time as Goddard.
Uh-huh.
And so it too has a fallout shelter, just like Goddard here does. Same. I mean, it's almost the same, the way that you go down and everything.
Yeah, all the classrooms are underground there.
Because I remember when I first time went down to Goddard, I was like, wow, this looks like my high school. It did the exact same thing.
Oh, where was this?
In Maryland, D.C.
Oh, really?
Waldorf, Maryland, actually.
Waldorf. I lived in Waldorf.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived in Waldorf twice.
Yeah, Thomas Stone High School. That's where I went to high school.
Well, I didn't know that at the time. I just lived in Waldorf. I was stationed at Andrews.
Andrews, yeah. My mom worked at
Andrews. The second time at Waldorf, I was stationed at Bowling.
Okay. Yeah, my mom, my dad was worked at Malcolm Grow there at Andrews.
Yeah.
And he was in the military.
Yeah.
And my mother was a medical transcriptionist civilian.
Yeah.
And she worked there, and that's where they met and everything. But yeah, my mom worked there, and then she did her last 5 or 10 years at Bolin before she retired. But yeah, they both, Air Force One flew over my house every day. Yes.
One of the advantages of volunteering out at the museum, yesterday I told, it's just amazing. This couple came in, they looked like about my age, and they were looking around. So I went, as I normally do, get up and talk to them and ask them, what's going on, where are you from, blah, blah, blah. And come to find out that they were living up in Rio Doso. So I he said, yeah, I went to New Mexico State and got my master's. He was got his electrical engineering degree in 1968 at New Mexico State. I said, well, I got my master's degree in 1968 at New Mexico State.
Oh,
so
small world.
Whoa, small world. And she went to New Mexico State. And then he said, well, I live up in Alto, actually, I said, you do? I said, I got a really good friend of mine that we were roommates in college and on the track team together. And I was his best man. He was my best man. And his name is David Winans. Oh, they're my best friends.
Wow, small world.
Yeah, so anyway, it was kind of like a home week.
Yeah.
Just by talking to those folks. So I got their telephone numbers and stuff. We're going to keep in touch. And
that's cool. It's neat how people get connected and use.
Yeah, we decided just kind of hang around and maybe, do a little chant about New Mexico State or something.
That's right. Represent.
Yeah. So anyway, we're getting started out there. School's coming up.
Yes.
So our current board members, by the way, are Doug Weiser. He's our president right now. Myself, Allie Bishop, Katie Yates, Sandy Correa. I always pronounce that wrong. She's going to hit me. Anyway, Bob Donnell, Juliana Halverson, Jerry Cloffer, Friar Jarek Nowaki, and Stephen Miller, and Peggy Bolin. And Josh Bootson is our newest guy.
Awesome. And they're always looking for volunteers and stuff. If you're wanting to get involved with either as a docent or some other level, please, they're always looking for more volunteers to be a part of the museum.
Yeah, and as far as volunteers out there, it's Bob Donnell and myself. We decide on who's going to do Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and then
do rock, paper, scissors.
Steve Miller does Wednesday, and Allie Bishop does Thursday.
Good deal. Well, and the more docents, more volunteers.
Oh, yeah.
More,
we're looking for, to be nice to have 5 volunteers.
Yeah.
So we could one a day or something.
Well, and we're about a month out, folks, from the national championship air races. You guys plan on being open extended hours during that time.
We've got some big colored maps there of where the different routes are on the different airplanes.
Okay. And the different courses and what have you.
Yeah, you can hold it right up next to the big picture we have of the aerial picture of the base, and it shows you kind of where it is and kind of where it's
how in relationship where they're going to race and run.
Yeah, a lot of people come in and take pictures of the thing, and we've also got some small. Southwest Printing made some smaller prints, not too small, but they're a lot smaller than the big giant prints
more mobile
we have of the
something you can carry around
air
with
base back in the 60s.
Oh, cool. So you can kind of compare and contrast.
Yeah, it shows, if you look at it real carefully, you see the B-52s on alert. And over in that same area on the east side of the base was a 9-hole golf course, which is no longer there.
Sorry, folks.
Sorry. But anyway, so we're open right now around, the plane is leaving 11:21, and I noticed later in the week that's going to be 11:19. So anyway, along that time frame, we usually try to open up about 9:30.
Okay.
That's when people are starting to get there, and it depends on what the crowd is, and if the plane's on time, we might close up as early as 11:30, but sometimes they open to 12.
Okay. So from mid-morning till about lunchtime.
Yeah, about lunchtime. Yeah.
And but it's always on the American Airlines.
Yeah, during the air races, we're probably going to be open. This isn't definite yet, but probably maybe somewhere around 9 to 5.
Okay.
Trying to stay maybe open an hour after the air races close at 4.
Okay.
But we'll just see kind of how that goes as far as visitors. We were just talking before we came on the air. Kind of interesting with the 60,000 tickets sold or something. Where are you going to park?
It's going to.
But most of the parking for the air races is luckily pretty far away from the air terminal because you still have people flying in and out of here.
Yeah, but it's got the day-to-day of an airport going on still. And
so that's going to be, I think, a little bit removed from the other crowd of visitors.
Gotcha.
I know.
So you can kind of sneak in pretty easily.
We have a Qantas meeting today, and we're talking about needing 30 volunteers to help starting at 6:15 in the morning to help with parking. We're going to be doing that for 4 or 5 days. So
okay.
It's not going to be me because I'm going to be headed out to the museum.
Yeah, you'll be doing other duties.
If we get volunteers, I'm going to I think get some high school kids, but I'm kind of concerned how that's going to work with school going on. But unless they've got some I don't know.
Well, some kids will be off down, like they won't.
Yeah,
I know
like
they'll have virtual
like
days or
University
whatever.
High
Yeah.
yeah.
But some of those schools down around that area, I don't think are going to be attending class. So, but they're figuring it out. We'll do all that. But the museum looks like we'll be open like maybe an 8-hour shift, give or take, during each day during the actual air races.
And one of the things I enjoy doing is I get up and talk to folks, and then one of the things I ask them, they kind of like look at me weird at first. I say, "Do you got any kids that are related to you, whether your kids, cousins, grandkids that are between 12 and 18?"
Uh-huh.
And if you do, we've got a lot of stuff on our website to help them with coming up with what they can do as a career, later on. So we can talk about that and the fact that you can actually activate a lot of the videos from YouTube on different careers, as well as the 38 ground school. We have ground school for being a pilot. We have 38 videos, total of 12 hours of watching if you want to do that. And occasionally you'll come across folks that, I got a cousin in Connecticut and I'm heading back there. He's thinking about being a pilot. And so we show them, you go right on here and show them on the cell phone, smartphone, how you can, here's all these 38 videos right here, and you can click on them or on a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time you watch all 12 hours of those ground school, you're going to be a smart chicken when you start out
You're well on your way.
You're well on your way, yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. And I highly recommend folks to check out the Walker Aviation Museum website, www.wafbmuseum.org. It's the initials of Walker Air Force Base Museum. There you can access every single one of these videos about all the STEM career fields, the aviation industry, everything that Robert's talking about here. Of course, if you want to learn more about the mission of the museum and seek to be a volunteer or make donations, all of that can be done through the website as well, too.
Yeah. Our mission statement, and people have probably heard this 100 times, but to educate and inspire all generations concerning the history and legacy of Walker Air Force Base, and encourage our youth to explore careers in science, technology, engineering, and math with an emphasis on aviation. Another thing I tell the people, if they're from the local area, that besides all that career stuff, and they can find ONET online, onet.org, and that's where you have 1,014 careers listed alphabetically.
There's got to be one in there out of all those. It's someone's, that's a lot of choices.
Besides that, we spent a couple of days with 3 phone books, and we've listed 480 jobs in the Roswell region that are basically kind of STEM oriented.
Nice.
And you'd have to, you find that, and then you just have to look it up in the phone book and find the phone numbers and stuff. So.
Mom and dads are like, I like those. Ones keep them close to home, those jobs. Yeah.
And, you don't have to go to college nowadays to make good money, and there's other stuff.
There's so many different avenues that
so
one
unfortunately,
could choose.
that's mostly STEM stuff there, but, I understand a lot of the high schools in the country are starting to shift some of their classes now to like welding and plumbing and
and they're even
electrical stuff.
And I know like here locally they work hand in hand with the college and with the Eastern,
especially University College out here. They've got all kinds of walk in a big giant room and it's all electrical stuff.
Well, they're kind of deciding, it's like, hey, okay, instead of deciding once you graduate high school what you want to do, let's talk about it, when you start high school.
Yeah.
And let's see, okay, you have a knack for welding or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Let's start putting you on that path now.
Yeah.
And so
I told a story many times about my cousin and his son.
Yeah.
Who wanted to be a dentist. And he said, okay, son, I'll, help you go to dental school. But I'm not going to help you unless you at least volunteer for a week at or 2 weeks with a dentist. And he did that, and he lasted one day, and he came home, and he goes, I hate this.
And that's why I wanted
I don't mean to
to
say that to dentists out there, but
he
said he ended up being an
this wasn't for him.
Ophthalmologist.
Yeah. He'd rather deal with eyes
now
and
he has
teeth.
he married an ophthalmologist. He's an ophthalmologist.
Yeah.
And they got a nice place there in Lenexa, Texas.
But see, if he didn't,
Lenexa, Kansas.
He could have ended up going to dental school, hating it, and then Lord knows what would have happened next.
That's right.
I love that they did that. But yeah, that's a lot of they're gearing towards like when we were young, it was always, all right, you go to high school to go to college to do this and that today, that today to get to the 2.5 kids and the picket fence and all that stuff. Nowadays, there's so many different paths for people to pursue to have, especially trades. If you're good with your hands, you love working, air conditioning or, any hands, automotive, that you can write your own ticket with upon completing some of those programs in automotive and obviously aviation maintenance. If put it this way, there's two ways to get your A&P license. One is you got to sign up with Uncle Sam. That's the cheap way to do it. Well, financially cheap. You're gonna be spending a few time in places. The other is literally going to a place like ENMUR and going through their program.
Right.
There. And it's all right here in your own backyard. And trust me, if you are a A&P certified mechanic in this day and age, you can write your own ticket too, as far as where you want to work and you command your coveted.
We were kind of laughing. I was talking about he being an electrical engineer. I said I started out, I was going to be an engineer at New Mexico State. And then Calculus 2 and I didn't get along too well.
Mm.
And then I thought, well, maybe I'll be a doctor. So I took Latin and I took French, and I went to Baylor for about a year and a half. And I decided not to do that either. So I came back where it's cheaper and came to New Mexico State again instead of being at Baylor. And I like Baylor, but
it's a little pricey.
So then I ended up staying there and getting a degree in biology and kind of physiology, because I was working over at Holloman one summer with chimpanzees, and the chief scientist came up to me and said, "Hey, Bob, I understand you got commissioned in the Air Force." And I said, "Yeah, I'm just getting my mastery. What are you going to do?" "I don't know. Probably be lab officer or something. I don't know what I'm going to do." He said, "What do you think about being an aerospace physiologist?" And I go, "Wow, that sounds interesting. What is that?" So he made a phone call. I got on in class, and that's why I stayed in 30 years, because I was working with flight safety, helping people, teaching pilots.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
You're
one of my funny stories is one of my last classes of pilots were all sitting there in their flight suits, and they said, "Hey, Bob, what you going to do when you retire?" I said, "Well, I think I'll teach sixth grade." About a minute later, a guy says, "Why sixth grade?" And I said, "Well, after teaching for this many years, I realized that pilots and sixth graders are about the same thing." So they kind of got mad. Okay.
They do have their own language.
Yeah. No.
Pilots could talk to each other, and you have no idea what they're talking about.
That's right.
They use different words than we do.
That's true. But like I mentioned before, I'm kind of a reader. I like to read books, and Dwayne, my barber, he likes to read books, so we keep trading books back and forth. Anyway, Countdown 1945 was great with Chris Wallace, Enola Gay. That book there was by Gordon Thomas. The World War II 100, ranking the most influential figures of Second World War. And each one was about 3 or 4 pages long and 2 or 3 pages long. The Killing of Patton by Bill O'Reilly. The Killing of the Rising Sun, that was also by Bill O'Reilly. That was pretty interesting. That was on how America vanquished World War II Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got through finishing a book of a guy that has kind of been in contact with the museum, and it was his first book. It's Bombs Away, the B-17 pilot's small part in the big war. He's flying B-17s in Europe. It was killed on his 28th mission, but talks about him going to Roswell. On page 34, he goes to Roswell for advanced pilot training. And, he's just, but he takes a lot of stuff from other people.
Kind of a diary of the experience.
And I really learned a lot about kind of what they did over there, because there's a lot of details, but it was very easy to read. So, Bombs Away. Actually, I bought several books at the thing, so hopefully give those away. We're trying to figure out what to sell at our thing, and we came across a, those things you build things with. Ooh.
Oh, the little.
I'm blacking the.
Hold on. No, I yes and no.
Yeah. Okay. Little boxes little plastic things you put together. You make little houses.
Like Legos.
Legos.
Okay, gotcha.
So we got 10 boxes of 10 Lego sets.
Okay.
And they're like a plane.
Each little different airplane?
Like a racing plane.
Oh, okay.
But then come to find out, after we bought it, you can actually make 3 different kinds of airplanes, like a jet or like a P-51 Mustang or whatever.
Oh, okay. That's
so we're going to
cool.
have those hopefully for sale. Trying to figure out what the
those are pretty
what the group
popular.
may want to buy, you know.
I know there's a certain group of people that love to get Legos and build them, and it's you know, adults to children. It's all ages.
We have a flat sheet that you break out pieces, and it makes a little rubber airplane.
Okay.
And we like to give that to the kids that we're getting low on them, but.
Can you still get those
kids-
old balsa wood things that we used to play with as kids? Those balsa wood airplanes. Remember those?
Yeah.
I think the advanced ones had a rubber band propeller on them.
Yeah.
The others didn't. You just threw them.
Yeah.
I didn't even think those existed anymore. That was a staple of my childhood.
You know, in the past, we want to thank Pioneer Bank, Featherstone Development, Glenn's Furniture, Six Bomb Wing Group, David Petroleum, other people, Toyota, XL Energy, kind of helped us, AirSale, helped us stay the doors open by giving us some money. XL Energy, you know, provided us that grant that we got those 2 flight simulators.
Mhm.
They're really nice simulators. They're Lockheed software, and they'll fly 50 different aircraft, and you can land a certain kind of, like, whatever you pick, maybe a fighter aircraft, and land it in Istanbul, Turkey at 9 o'clock at night in the rain.
Yeah, it's
So,
pretty,
it's pretty cool.
In fact, if you have aspirations of getting a pilot's license, you can actually earn part of your seat time in these simulators and things, because you need so many hours of flying to get your pilot's license. You can put some of that time in that chair in that museum, and
That's right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ask about that if you're interested.
Several people have helped us. Haven Sills, Ron Lynch has built a lot of models and built little devices like a little motor that the kids can push into, and this little motor goes back and forth.
Mhm.
And the 10,000 volt Jacob's ladder, the lightning goes up these poles. These kids, they come in. I say, "Hey, come over here. I'll show you something." And I said, "Push down that lever," and they go see that. Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And even the mom and dad goes, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
Right. Everyone loves power.
Yeah. So
All
anyway,
right.
it's trying to get the kids excited about various things.
Yeah. And by the way, if you have a youth group or anything, they love booking special tours,
absolutely.
appointments.
Yeah.
Depending on your group size, they can navigate different ways to do that. And please reach out to the museum if you'd like to, if you have a youth group or whatever church group or whatever that'd like to set up a special tour of the museum here.
Ideally, because of our small size, 8 is the right number, but we can do possibly 10 or 12 at a time. But like we say, a lot of times they can divide that up, and half of the class could go over to the college and look around, and do stuff, and the other half.
Gonna do
then
a
they come and
two-parter.
eat lunch, and then they change positions. So, but when they're here, besides being on the flight simulator for maybe half an hour each, the other half sees things on how to do a Venn diagram on choosing a career in college. And then we have other videos that we show them, like Careers in Aviation, Eastern New Mexico University Roswell Aviation Maintenance Technician Program, the day in the life of a wind turbine engineer, Cronin Auto Group on their Eastern New Mexico University Roswell Auto Mechanic Program, Eastern Energy Careers, list of those, oil well worker career video, what does a registered nurse do? And then we've got some Air Force stuff, little short videos on aerospace ground equipment, air traffic controller, electronic principles, and geospatial intelligence. And the last one we show is a day in the life at CIA, showing 6 different science hiring areas.
Nice.
So anyway, that just gives them a little blast of those, and we give them a list of a bunch more stuff they can look at.
Throw some stuff at the wall, see if any of it sticks in the
That's right.
interest there.
There you go.
Folks, if you have questions about anything, you can always check out the website again, wafbmuseum.org. If you'd like to come and check out the museum, like I said, weekdays from about 9:30 to 11:30, 12, somewhere around there during the that midday American Airlines flying schedule there. You can come on by. The museum's open, and come by for a visit. If you'd like to make donations, everything else, or volunteer, again, you can do that through the museum if you're there, or reach out to the website wafbmuseum.org. And
a lot of people come in, they ask about the 509th. They said, did those bombers come out of Roswell? And, when they bombed Japan, I said, no.
No.
They were stationed initially at Wendover, Utah, and then they went from there to Tinian in the Pacific. And I said, up until the end of the war, Roswell Army Airfield was a training base, of training bombardiers and training advanced pilots. So pilots that were
they
just
went
got
from,
through pilot training, but then they're coming here to fly twin-engine aircraft.
Yeah, they come after they leave here. They go to their duty station.
Yeah, usually
wherever
go
they're
to
assigned.
fly B-17s.
Yeah, wherever they're
B-24s or whatever.
Kind of like everyone goes to the same places for basic training, and then from there they go on to their specialized training schools and so forth. And so Roswell was a specialized training school for everyone dealing with bombers.
That's right. That one book I was talking about, Bombs Away, page 34 is when they're in Roswell. But they're just there for like a couple paragraphs. And then,
Gotcha. Enough to
But they're moving on. They're talking about coming out, But anyway, that was pretty good.
Good deal. Well, Robert, always appreciate the visit here. And folks, come check out the museum. And if you're really interested in being a docent or volunteer, they're always looking for more folks to be a part of it. Love to help. Please reach out if you want to have some fun. And if you love meeting and talking with people, being a docent would be right in your wheelhouse because you get, especially during the summer months, you really get people on vacation. They're passing through and some way, shape, or form their family spent time at Walker or Roswell Army Airfield at one point or another, and they share those experiences, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Since Doug Weezer's our president, and, he general manager for Cattle Baron and Pasta Cafe, blah, 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 all that. I said, unfortunately, we've had 3 or 4 meetings, and we just had to meet at Pasta Cafe and eat Pasta Cafe or eat pizzas and whatever.
That's a sword you just have to fall on is sacrifice.
Yeah, it's just a sacrifice we had to make.
Sorry, we're going to have to eat delicious pasta and pizza for this meeting today.
That's right. Okay.
So you might have to hit a few extra gym sessions.
That's right.
That pasta might weigh you down. So that's a perk, and just you got to work it off afterwards. So, but anyway, as always, Robert, appreciate the visit, and we'll see you again soon.
Okay.
All right.
Have
Take care.
Take care.
Stay cool. It's easier said than done this week.
105 temperatures coming up. Right.
Is the AC working well at the air terminal?
As a matter of fact, I go to the air terminal. I have to remember to wear 2 shirts because they have it set at 68 degrees, and I get in there and I freeze.
Well, you're going to appreciate it this week.
That's right. I know.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you, Robert.
The Xcel Energy Foundation recently awarded nearly $600,000 to 53 nonprofits in Texas and New Mexico to recognize contributions in the areas of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Career pathways, environmental sustainability, and community vitality were also awarded. Among the programs funded were First Tee of Southeast New Mexico in Roswell, the Inspired by Science program in Carlsbad, and the Chavez County CASA program. Also in Dexter, the Midway Youth and Family Development Center received funding. Eddy County leaders have been briefed on the response to damaging floods over the summer months. County's emergency manager, Jennifer Armendariz, told commissioners that a total of 7.47 inches of rain fell between June 1st and July 11th at Carlsbad Caverns. 4.42 inches was recorded at Carlsbad Airport during that same time period, while 3.77 inches was recorded at Artesia. Extensive flooding was reported at crossings on McDonald Road, Longhorn Road, and Deer Canyon in rural areas of the county. Right now, only the McDonald Road crossing remains closed due to the road being washed out. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a heat advisory in effect for the next 2 days. That big high pressure system is still parked right over our area. That'll take us to about 105 for the afternoon high today. Lots of sunshine. Clear and about 70 for the overnight. It'll stay sunny and very hot on Thursday and Friday. A little bit breezy each afternoon and highs around 105. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
One of the most popular and widely recognized female country singers of her era, Crystal Gayle, takes the Spencer Theater stage for 2 nights, Thursday, August 21st and Friday, August 22nd. Get your tickets online at spencertheater.com or by calling the box office at 575-336-4800. We'll see you at the Spencer.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
Hugh Hewitt is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM KEND Roswell.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The Kremlin says Russian President Putin has had a constructive 3-hour meeting with President Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, in Moscow. The talks come ahead of Mr. Trump's deadline for Russia to get a peace deal with Ukraine or potentially face crushing economic sanctions. And the president supports the redrawing of congressional maps in Texas, although not all of his fellow Republicans are on board.
The president says Democrats do redistricting, so the Republicans should too.
Yeah, they'll do it anyway. Why, if we stop over there, they would have done it anyway.
But several House Republicans are voicing their opposition. Axios reports that GOP lawmakers Kevin Kiley of California and Mike Lawler of New York want to ban mid-decade redistricting in all states. Representative Nicole Malliotakis of New York said it's wrong for either party to do it. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Senator Tom Cotton does not question reports of starvation in Gaza. What he does question is who is to blame.
You had the lies spread by Hamas and its willing dupes and apologists and sympathizers in Europe and the United States that Israel was guilty for starving poor children in Gaza, when in reality it's Hamas that's always used food as a weapon.
The Arkansas Republican on the Salem Radio Network's Hugh Hewitt Show. Trump ally Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn makes it official. She is entering Tennessee's wide-open 2026 governor's race. That sets up a primary showdown with another Trump supporter, GOP Congressman John Rose, vying to succeed term-limited Republican Governor Bill Lee. Watching Wall Street, stocks trading higher this morning. The Dow is up about 112 points. The NASDAQ Composite Index ahead 102, and the S&P better by 26 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Taylor Fritz and Ben Shelton have won in the quarterfinals of the National Bank Open, setting up the first All-American semifinal in an ATP Masters 1000 tournament in 15 years.
The second-seeded Fritz beat number 6 seed Andrei Rublev 6-3, 7-6. He hit 20 aces, including one that finished off the match. Shelton, the number 4 seed, then beat number 9 Alex de Minaur of Australia 6-3, 6-4. The 22-year-old reached the semifinal of an ATP Masters 1000 tournament for the first time. The matchup Wednesday between Fritz and Shelton will be the first time since Andy Roddick beat Marty Fish at Cincinnati in 2010 that two Americans meet in an ATP Masters 1000 semifinal. Fritz won their only previous meeting in 2023 at Indian Wells. Bernie Bennett reporting.
An outbreak of the chikungunya virus in China prompting preventative measures. Governments using mosquito nets and disinfection, threatening fines for those who fail to disperse, and deploying drones to look for insect breeding grounds. Townhall.com. Here's an unusually fishy story.
Firefighters say a brush fire in the Canadian province of British Columbia was caused when a bird dropped a fish on power lines. Ashcroft Fire Rescues say in social media posts that the fire happened on August 1st about 4 miles south of the town, sharing photos that include a charred fish on the blackened ground. The post says investigators found the fish that had been dropped by a local osprey on the hydro lines, with the resulting embers starting the fire on dry grass below. Keith Peters, Washington.
An Alabama home where Martin Luther King Jr. and others planned marches in the 1960s to call for black voting rights has been fully reconstructed at a museum near Detroit. It has been a delicate operation to move and preserve the Jackson home along with other artifacts from the civil rights era of the 60s. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3 of Mornings with Mike Winters. All right, here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy middle of the week.
Yes, sir.
It's official.
Happy birthday to my Uncle Tony, who I haven't talked to in, see, when did my dad die? 07. Haven't talked to him in over 20 years, but happy birthday, Uncle Tony.
But you always knew his birthday because it was the day before yours.
Before mine, yep.
Yeah, I had a friend growing up as a kid, and we're Facebook friends, but I hardly speak to them now. But yeah, my birthday's on April 25th. His birthday was on April 24th, and his dad's birthday was April 26th.
Wow.
So, yeah.
He had you surrounded.
Little Mikey sandwich.
Yeah. I used to, I had a buddy who, and actually the entire crux of our friendship was because of this fact. His birthday was on August 8th. So
that was my dad's birthday.
Our entire friendship, I always told him it's something that you'll understand when you're my age. And he'd come back with, so tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, my dad's birthday was the 8th of August.
Nice.
A Leo.
Good. Yeah, it's a good time for us Leos out there. It's and not all Leos are created equal, I know, but it's funny when somebody has Leo tendencies and then they tell me they're like I'm a Leo. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That tracks. It totally tracks.
I'm a Taurus.
Yeah, the bull.
Yeah, I'm full on Taurus. Now, for like a minute, I think I was an Aries. Because remember when they changed the horoscope there about 8-10 years ago, whenever that was?
I refuse to accept that.
For like a year, whenever that was, I was an Aries. But no.
It may have been more accurate or something. I refuse to accept it.
But Bull Ram, it's all all same.
Pretty much. Strong-headed but stubborn.
Yeah. Yeah. Big old dumb lummox.
And no, insistent that no. The next time I hit it, it's gonna go through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be different. Yeah, I do. I do the same thing. Expect different results.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally me. And then I'm mad when it doesn't happen. That's me.
Yeah.
But happy Wednesday. Happy 107, our expected high today day.
Yesterday was just, yesterday was a big bowl of suck.
Yeah.
Even the relief, even the wind was hot.
Yeah.
Just hot.
Today's a day for indoor activities.
Oh, fun, because I don't have, any of those involved in getting people to and from places.
No.
Yep.
No.
It's gonna be a hot one, Tater. Get all your stuff done like right now. All the gardening, all the outside stuff that you need to get done, get it done
we're
right
like in the,
now.
Like low 80s right now, so it'd be perfect right now to do it.
I pull my kids out of school just so I can show up at the splash pad.
That's right.
They don't even activate on the weekdays. I don't think.
Yeah, not now.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they were, I think, during the summer, but I think when school's back, they
just for the weekends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I guess you could pretend.
No, I'm just gonna. I know of a couple of farms, and I know their sprinkler schedule.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go on a quick run.
Just saying. Garden hose, $1 gun, trash bags, fun, good times had by all.
Absolutely.
Maybe a garbage lid top.
I will tell you this. Just be aware, and I know a lot of it's because of all of the rain we've gotten and all of the moisture.
Mm-hmm.
The sticker bushes are like insane this season.
Yeah.
Like, I have seen them everywhere, and I'll just like walk into a place and just have stickers just all over me. Not goat heads, not quite. These are just like the full-blown fresh stickers.
Gotcha.
They haven't had the will to live knocked off of them yet. They're fresh. I found one in the pit of my knee.
Wow.
Yesterday. Yeah, it hurt.
I bet.
It was not fun.
Sounds like it's not fun. Yeah. Where are you walking?
I mean, it's, fields.
Frolic? Is this all for frolicking?
Is it pre or post frolic? Usually the frolics themselves are fine, but,
No, I'm not exactly a guy on the move. Full pullback of the curtain.
Right.
But I have yet to come across stickers.
You haven't, walked into a business where, there's maybe some weeds that are out and maybe, one or two of them happen to have heads that are just covered in, 5 or 6 of those real thick stickers? No? You got to get out more, man.
I can recall. Maybe I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
But maybe I just meandered by one.
You subject yourself to too much concrete.
Yeah,
you got to open your world up to some gravel, man.
Touch some grass.
Crazy stuff comes out of gravel.
I got grass from my house.
No, I didn't say grass. I said gravel.
Yeah, touch some gravel.
You gotta get gritty. We need to work some grit back into your world. Remember when you were a kid and you scraped your knee? What'd your dad say? Rub some sand in it. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Speaking of grits, I got to get back in. I got a whole thing of grits in there I need to work on.
I
had a grits.
I was going to say I got grifted, but I got gifted grits the other day because they came in somebody's delivery order that they had not ever even thought of ordering grits, but they were just there.
Huh.
I'm not sure if it was like a substitution or...
I didn't get any grits. No, the other day when I ordered, no, I was kidding.
Couldn't find your 2-liter of Dr. Pepper, but here's this thing of grits as a substitution.
Yeah, so it was the
ready-made.
Okay, so this was like a restaurant grocery order.
Yeah,
grits, not like from a restaurant.
No, this was like a DoorDash order.
Gotcha.
Or Walmart delivery.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I have Walmart delivery. I rarely, if ever, use it. As somebody who used to be a delivery driver,
yeah,
I know the struggle, and I kind of wish more people would. But I don't like it, and it's not the experience from that. I just don't like putting my chores in someone else's hands.
We don't get groceries delivered.
Mm-hmm.
What we do is we do 2 things. I don't like to go walk into Walmart unless I absolutely have to.
Mm-hmm.
So we literally order it all online and do pickup. And so we do that.
That's fine to a point. But
other grocery stores, I like to walk in and touch things. And,
mm-hmm.
and so I will get things that I know that are cheaper at Walmart, and I was like Cokes and things. I'm like, all right, I get it. But then if there's like, okay, they got a certain chicken over here, I like a certain thing, and then I go hit Albertsons or Farmers or both, and do those things.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, when it comes to like, if I go to shopping, if I go to the store and they don't have something I'm looking for, chances are I'm just going to look for the generic of that thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that delivery drivers do that. It always seems like, well, they couldn't find the family size box of, I'm just going to use this as an example, Fruit Loops. So, well, they got you the regular size box of Fruit Loops, which is like 50 cents less, but it's like 6 bowls less.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, no, I don't want that. I wanted the big box. You could have got me the generic big box and I'd be fine. But when you lend yourself to substitutions, it's like,
yeah,
you're not really giving yourself much to play with, you know?
Well, 90% of the time I usually reject the substitution, but once in a while I'm like, that's what I wanted anyway.
I am going to let you know something right now. This is Confessions of a Delivery Driver. You are being judged for your order.
Oh, that's fine.
Just so you know, we're going to figure out what combination of things you're doing. And so if you really want to mess with your delivery driver, it's the same thing as like what you used to do at the checkout.
Yeah.
Just
throw
get
random weird
things
thing
that are completely out of left field.
Yeah.
I one time delivered a single can of energy drink and what was it? A speed stick.
See, that to me that seems bad. Like if you're gonna do this, let's do this.
Right.
I'm gonna get me $50, $100 worth of groceries. I'm not getting one thing.
It's always odd to me when you find like people that get like all of the keto ingredients, like, the low carb, low sugar, all this stuff, and then a 24 pack of Cokes. It's like,
no, it's for a different person.
Oh yeah.
Maybe got one on keto, the other don't care.
Or a bunch of workout equipment, protein powder, and a bunch of other stuff like that. And then just like 6 rotisserie chickens. And if you're going to order a 40 pack of water, and most of you do, move to the first floor or meet me on the first floor, because I do not want to climb your stairs carrying a 40 pack of water. Because then I have to go down and get the rest of your stuff. That's 2 trips. I don't like doing that. I never in my entire life have liked taking trips. I will damage the skin and cartilage on both of my arms carrying everything we bought in one trip.
I do. Problem what happens to me is because we'll park in the garage, and then I make my bag too big, and I can't navigate down the middle because it's too wide. So I'm like, oh.
Then you got to work the shoulders and the legs. You got to do one of these things.
Right. So I get it.
Strong penguin.
I get it. But but I don't. We will. I won't shop in there, but we'll drive up and let the guy put it in the car for us.
The other one is, and I get it. Some people, I like it for the novelty of it. And also I'll do it like once or twice, or if I'm in a situation where I don't have access. But people who order like food on DoorDash, it never makes sense to me. You're spending twice, maybe 3 times what that food is worth.
Yeah.
Plus tip. It's going to get there late, and it's going to get there really cold.
Yeah, but if you really don't want to go out, it really does. You're like, I don't care.
Yeah, I know. But it's like every joke I've ever heard, it's like, well, I paid $116 for a 10-piece nugget and a Frosty.
Yeah. No, I get it. But I tip a lot of delivery drivers around here.
And we thank you for your tips.
I do a lot of it. I'm just saying.
That is appreciated.
But that's the one I do. I do indulge in.
And bonus tip, if you are getting a delivery driver, include these 2 things. A small digital tip with a note that says cash tip upon delivery. And then actually tip them decently, what you would have tipped in cash.
Right.
They don't have to, write that. They don't have to put that on their taxes. Just a little, bonus tip.
Help them avoid paying taxes.
Help them avoid paying their taxes. All I'm saying. The views expressed by Sean Smalls do not reflect those of Pecos Valley Broadcasting, its staff, or management. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Make them get audited.
No, but that's where the small, negligible digital tip comes from. They can go ahead and tax that, those wages. No tax on tips only goes to a certain amount. So you gotta pick your spots.
Way to work around. So.
Yep.
I guess we reckon we ought to get the hour going.
Or else I'm gonna incriminate myself way more.
Sean's gonna get a knock on the door.
I got a whole notepad of these.
Right. Sheriff's Department says, all right, write that down.
That's not like they can't go back and watch this show in its entirety at ksvptv.com.
Well, if do you get like a stool pigeon fee? Because I think I can claim that, right? I can get a
stoolie fee. Well, see now though, if it gets out, I know who to go to. You played yourself, winners. You played yourself.
Sorry. We'll blame Jocelyn. She's videotaping it.
She's the one that took the incrimination.
She's the one videotaping it. So, all right, 9:19. We're going to play our interview we had with Sean had actually with the Historical Society last week, and also the Assurance Home and Community Kitchen, talking about the upcoming Heritage Dinner. So we'll play that for you here in just a few. But first, your not so pleasant weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a heat advisory in effect for the next 2 days. That big high-pressure system is still parked right over our area. That'll take us to about 105 for the afternoon high today. Lots of sunshine. Clear and about 70 for the overnight. It'll stay sunny and very hot on Thursday and Friday. A little bit breezy each afternoon and highs around 105. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 84 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 38% with winds currently out of the south at 16 miles per hour. Heat advisory will kick in once again for today. We're going to get that every day, so be on the lookout for it. At noon today through 7 p.m. 107 and sunny for a high today with southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Skies will be clear tonight with an overnight low of 72 degrees. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, 105 and sunny tomorrow. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear tomorrow night with an overnight low of 70. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, 104 and sunny. South winds 5 to 10. And then for the weekend, sunny and 102 on Saturday. There is a 20% chance of rain Saturday night. Sunny and 98 on Sunday, 20% chance of rain Sunday night as well, and then mid-90s Monday of next week. All right, 21 minutes after 9 o'clock, we're going to take a 3-minute break, then we're going to play our interview with the the Historical Society, and also with the Assurance Home and Community Kitchen, and that's up next. Don't go away.
For the first time ever, the National Championship Air Races are touching down in Roswell, New Mexico. From September 10th through the 14th, witness the world's best pilots battle it out in the fastest motorsport on the planet. Vintage warbirds, cutting-edge jets, aerobatics, and family fun, all against the stunning New Mexico sky.
3, 2, 1.
Get your tickets now at airrace.org. Don't miss this high-octane spectacle.
So I make a silly joke about it never raining, and now it seems like it'll never quit. Hi, this is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company. All this rain is great, but soon the weeds will be waist high and the bugs will be as thick as flies. But here at Roswell Seed, we have just what you need to control the weeds and fend off the bugs before they take over. So come see us at Roswell Seed, and be careful what you joke about. Mother Nature sure has a wicked sense of humor.
Hey Roswell, celebrate freedom. Celebrate huge savings with 0 down payment, 0% APR, and 0 payments for 90 days during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Your friends at Roswell Ford make upgrading to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less super fun, super fast, and super easy. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to free you from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Right now, trade and upgrade to a new Ford for less with 0 down, 0% APR, APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Our aggressive lenders will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Celebrate huge American-made savings and more for your trade during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Get on board at Roswell Ford, because we'll do whatever it takes to make a deal. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
My name is Vicente Griego. I'm a touring flamenco singer, and one thing that was important was to identify a company that I could have insurance with if I needed any health care outside of the state of New Mexico. The kind of insurance I have now, I would not be able to afford. I pay based on my income through Be Well. Something so important as having insurance changed my life in the way I even see health care. Get online, look it up, Be Well. What's the best that can happen?
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Elephants use these skin folds on their bodies to crush mosquitoes. Mike Winters uses his to hide M&Ms. Here's Mike Winters.
In studio this morning, got a full house today. Miss Amy McVeigh-Teas from the Historical Society for Southeastern New Mexico. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. Thankful to be here.
Absolutely thankful to have you here. And she's hiding in the corner seat today, doing her best Where's Waldo impression, because we are also joined this morning by Mr. Ron Malone from the Assurance Home. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, thank you.
Let's pull that mic up just a little bit. Actually, we probably should have handled this beforehand. Go ahead and grab these mics.
There.
Yeah,
I'm good.
We do all our post live on the air. That's just how we work here. Mr. Bill Cooper from Community Kitchen. How are you doing this morning?
Yes, sir. Doing fine, thank you.
Good to hear. And Brad Ussery, am I saying that right?
Ussery.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Also with Community Kitchen. How are you guys doing this morning?
Great.
Good.
Oh.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Everybody have their coffee. Everybody nice and awake.
First cup, anyway.
There you go. You know, I actually recently switched things up. I'm more of a tea man now.
Okay.
I'm kind
that's awesome.
doing the British thing. So I
There
haven't really.
you go.
So I'm 2 teas in. We're gonna and also weirdly sparkling water.
Okay.
That's right. Getting fancy. I'm gonna start doing that. Have you seen those Wake Up With Me videos where the guy cracks open the 2 bottles of mineral water, pours them in a bowl, and washes his face with them? Like, that's the most expensive way to wake up on the planet. But it does sound very refreshing.
There you go. That's awesome.
But we're here today to chit-chat about the 43rd Annual Heritage Dinner. That's coming up real quick, actually.
It is coming up August the 26th. It's right around the corner.
It always creeps up on you. You're like, we got all the time in the world.
That's right.
And then it's tomorrow. But this is the 43rd Heritage Dinner that you guys have done, and this is honoring Beacons of Hope. That's the Assurance Home, as well as Community Kitchen, Harvest Ministries, and Poor Clare Monastery of Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Yes,
that's quite the undertaking, and quite an amazing group of people who have really gone the extra mile for those in need in our community.
I think for sure the Historical Society just took a moment to reflect. And over the past year, we've had some challenges. We know we live in a resilient community. And one of the things we really wanted to make an intentional effort to do is just celebrate hope. Absolutely. And what did that look like? And these 4 names naturally flew right together, blended right together. I love to even think of the Assurance Home literally being an eye's view right across from the Poor Clares and all the service that Community Kitchen and Harvest Ministries have done. It's just a divine gathering of some amazing people doing great things.
You know, and it's one of those situations where Roswell has always been an amazing community that steps up when things are at their worst. And when we're getting hit with disaster after disaster, not to mention everything that's been happening with Ruidoso, and it's just... It seems like it's been nonstop, but that's when Roswell is at its strongest. And that's when groups like, Assurance Home and Community Kitchen, Harvest Ministries, and they all come together and make sure that those who are in need have their needs met.
That's right. That's right.
It's an amazing thing. This is it's a bit of a change of pace for the Historical Society for the Heritage Dinner, because usually we honor one person or a person's accomplishments or achievements. And this time we're grouping everybody into a basket and kind of spreading the love around, so to speak.
One thing we haven't done, I was just thinking about as you were talking, Sean, I would love to, we need to put on our website all past recipients of the Heritage Dinner. Many people aren't familiar with the Heritage Dinner. Ron is just a bit. He was honored some years ago, but they had grouped some individuals together, 2 or 3 individuals, but clearly, hands down, this is one of our largest celebrations, and I think it's at the right time and just feels right.
Absolutely. So let's talk for a second about Beacons of Hope and kind of what these organizations do and who they support. We'll start off with Ron. Tell me a little bit about Assurance Home. What is the organization and what do they do? Who do they support?
Well, thank you for having me here this morning. You know, we're a home for homeless kids, teenagers between the ages of 13 and 18, and we're beginning our 47th year here in Roswell. And, you know, I love the fact that you talked about what an amazing community Roswell is. I mean, there's very few communities in New Mexico who could support a program like ours. And not only have we been loved and supported through the years, we've flourished. And because of the support and compassion we get from the people in Roswell, you know, our program is kind of like a premier program in New Mexico. I mean, we take really good care of our young people. You know, there's probably not anything more devastating to anybody, whether you're a child or an adult, than to lose your family. And so we have a house full of teenagers, about 18 of them, who look at living their lives without the support of a family. And that's a pretty scary thought.
Absolutely.
And so we do everything we can to make sure that these young people feel loved and feel supported and have all the opportunities that any other child would have. You know, we have a beautiful, beautiful facility, 1000 East 18th Street. And like I said, we've been here starting our 47th year. We've had thousands of kids through our program. And we're just really proud of their accomplishments. I mean, last year we had 4 kids who graduated from high school, 2 of them with honors.
Oh, great.
This year we've had 3 kids graduate. One of them was valedictorian.
Really?
I mean, so you have kids who have had a poor start, but when they learn, you know, some self-esteem and learn that they have the ability, these kids do amazing things. And so,
and that's something that, you know, when you're forced into fending for yourself, so to speak, your resiliency comes out, your you know, the stick-to-itiveness comes out, things that you never knew were there before. And with the Assurance Home being able to take those skills and those kids and hone that and really focus that attention into one goal and one achievement, that's really something that's amazing. Now, does Assurance Home work with foster programs within the community, or is it kind of just all its own entity?
You know, we work with everybody who has anything to do with kids, and so we try to make sure we have all those connections to make sure our kids will be successful. You know, and the one thing I'd like to say, you know, we're just really, really honored to be associated. You know, the Historical Society to associate us with the Community Kitchen and Harvest Ministries and the Poor Clare Nuns. It's just a huge honor for us to be in that group, and we just want to thank Amy and the Historical Society for thinking of us and helping us get the word out about our program.
Sean, if you don't mind, I would be honored. That's a perfect segue. On behalf of the Historical Society, I would just love to read what the Heritage Award for 2025 for the Assurance Home states. 2025 Heritage Award Beacons of Hope presented to the Assurance Home for 46 years of dedicated service as a residential treatment center serving thousands of children and for striving to make Roswell, New Mexico and the surrounding area a better place to live.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's something you said for 47 years.
Well, we're beginning. We finished 46.
That's amazing. That's astonishing that the program has been able to survive for that long and really thrive. It's awesome to see. Now let's shift gears real quick. Let's talk to Brad and Bill about Community Kitchen. Obviously, an organization that works with a lot of different food banks and organizations here in town, but specifically, what does Community Kitchen do and who do they serve?
Anyone that's hungry.
There you go. Now, there's no income requirement or qualifications or anything like that. No walls that are put up.
None whatsoever.
That's excellent.
We serve a hot meal, good meal, from 10:30 to 12:15 every day, Monday through Friday. And on Saturdays and Sundays, we have sack lunches.
Okay.
Which consist of 2 sandwiches, a power bar, and a bag of chips or some other little
nice
thing to eat.
It's something to get you through through the day and through a hard part, and that really it applies universally. Like there's a lot of folks out there who, I know a friend of mine who lives near the Spring River Zoo. They still haven't been home since the flood. Their house was so destroyed that they're, with renovations and everything, they've been living with friends and with family, and they still haven't been home. And my friend reached out to me recently. She said, Sean, we have nothing. We have nothing left. We've gone through savings. We've gone through credit cards. We have nothing left. And it's folks like that who turn to Community Kitchen, and it's hard because this is somebody who I've known for years and who's always been a prominent person that had their needs filled and were able to function and have everything just taken away from them like that, not know where to turn. It's situations like that when Community Kitchen comes in and just gives a little hope. That's really what it's about. Now, where do you guys serve?
We're 114 East Bland Street, corner of Bland and Virginia.
Gotcha, right there. So right there on Bland and Virginia. That's every single day, and again on weekends, sack lunches as well. And it's open to anybody. Now, as far as volunteers, are you guys looking for any assistance or any help?
We're very blessed. We have the best of Roswell has to offer. All our volunteers are very faithful, and we're just every morning we wake up and give thanks for those people. They come in and just do a tremendous job.
You love to hear that when you say, "Are you guys looking for volunteers?" And you're like, "We're good. We got good people. We're
always looking, but we all,
There you go.
mean, our flock, should I say, is rather old.
Sure.
That's not a really good thing to put. But we're all probably 70 to 80 years old, and we have nothing left to do but serve.
The term is skilled. You're skilled.
Yeah, we're skilled.
A group of highly experienced men and women who are volunteering every day. Well, that's awesome. So right there at the corner of Bland and Virginia, if folks, if you have a need, if you're hungry at all, I encourage you, reach out to Community Kitchen. If folks want to donate, if folks want to help out, as far as that goes, is there how would they reach out to you?
We're P.O. Box 3010, Roswell, New Mexico 88202.
Okay.
Or you can come down to our back door. We have people bringing donations all the time.
Excellent.
We always non-perishable foods, pinto beans, macaroni, pasta. We use a lot of that.
So anything that can stay on the shelf it's shelf stable mostly.
Correct. Bottled water, canned vegetables.
You know what's funny is, and I didn't really discover this until I became a single man, there's a lot of really good shelf stable food out there. Like stuff like the minute rice in a bag. That stuff's amazing. Again, I'm you learn how to eat on a budget when you're a single man, and there's nobody to judge you. So
that's true.
Hungry man's for all. But if you can find some non-perishable food items, the folks at Community Kitchen would absolutely appreciate the donation. Of course, we do have to, even though they're not here represented today, Harvest Ministries always does such an amazing job, and they never turn anybody away. Regardless of if they have a need or if maybe their food supply is low, they always find a way to help where they can. But again, they also could use any and all donations. Would absolutely be appreciated there for Harvest Ministries. And then, of course, the Port Clare Monastery. I have never been over there. I drive by there every single day, and I'm always so curious. And it's like the draw of it. It just seems like so peaceful. I watched the movie when I was a kid, The Next Karate Kid. And there's a section where the main character goes to a monastery, goes to this place with these monks, and just every scene is like serene. She's in a rock garden. She's meditating, finding herself. that's kind of why I haven't gone over there. I don't want to, sully the peacefulness of the place.
Well, I would love to mention just a couple of things about the Port Clare Monastery.
Sure.
You can follow them on Facebook, which I think is amazing. They have a phenomenal website. And I think the biggest misconception to me, and I'm sure Ron's familiar, is they do technically have an open door policy. So you could literally drive up. Now, there are very specific time frames.
Sure.
But if you wanted to give a donation, they always need fruit and that kind of thing. You can go and log on the website. I'm not going to state specific hours.
Sure.
You can call them for prayer requests, but you can also show up, say hello, make a small contribution. They even have a little gift store in there with a couple little things, handmade things, books, and different things. So, and certainly, you do not have to be Catholic.
No.
They support all individuals. So,
and every single morning, I live close enough to where I get to hear the bells. Every single morning. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing, Monastery. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful way to wake up. You got your cup of tea, and you're sitting there enjoying the bells from the monastery. So all these organizations are going to be helped out. Now let's talk about the dinner itself. This is it's always a big deal, Heritage Dinner. Now, we're doing the drive-through format again this year.
Yes, sir.
I'm curious, because that was something that was kind of invented out of necessity from the COVID era. And it's just had such staying power in Roswell. Why is that?
It's just funny. People ask why. Anybody that knows me and my personality is, I think we as a society often stay in a little box, right? And keep that, comfort and keep things the same. And you're right. Through COVID, at our darkest times, we had to rise above those circumstances. Sure. So this was birthed. But I'm going to give you a perfect example. I hope Troy Hayes is listening. When we nominated Troy Hayes last year, he made one thing clear. He appreciated the nomination, but he made it clear. This event I have running Quest, I accept the nomination. We're either going to do this as a drive-through or we're not going to do it at all.
Nice.
And you know what he liked about it, and as we know, all events aren't, again, a one-size-fits-all. I think we were all agreeing with families and kids. That's the same way. It may not be for everybody, but what I will say is what has burst from this are these new traditions. A group of 10 people, couples gathering together at a home, family. So often if during formal events, one doesn't always bring their children, that kind of thing. This offers any opportunity for organizations, couples to eat outside. We had a couple drive to bottomless lakes. I think we're just reminding everybody. This is one thing we want to remind everybody. Beacons of Hope, all of these organizations, whether some have supported the Assurance Home for years. I'm going to give you an example. A private donor donated meals for the Assurance Home. Awesome. And they're going to take a moment and they're going to come together and they're going to celebrate their own history, and we're going to give them some things. I think the most important thing we want to remind these organizations, you have impacted history greatly, and we're going to take a moment. These are well-oiled engines. They don't stop. But we're going to ask them to stop just for a moment to reflect and realize the impact they've had, Ron, in the lives, thousands of lives. So it may look different, but as a reminder, and everybody that knows me, I am a little bit different. And our board has said, and let me be clear on something, Sean, this is not a permanent thing. And somebody the other day refers to, wow, the society, all they do is serve brown bags for a fundraiser. I think we all know, if you know me, it's going to be a little bit prettier than a brown bag.
It's a beautiful presentation.
It really is, and it's worked, especially with us not having a convention center, being limited on things. You know what? Next year we may have a beautiful sit-down dinner, and we may not. It's flowed naturally. And one thing we knew is the Port Clares couldn't attend something publicly. And does this not feel so perfect for Hope, for all these entities to celebrate that?
And I love how you touched on it back there, how it takes it out of the stuffy ballroom scenario.
Exactly,
and everybody can have their own individual celebrations.
Yes.
I've seen, like when the Zoom parties were a big deal, people would get together and eat together on Zoom. Or I really like the fact that you said, bring your kids, get your kids involved, because then you can sit there and enjoy a gourmet meal, and they can watch you.
Yes.
And just be hungry.
Have a point.
That's how it should be. You'll eat when we're done. You'll have what's left.
Oh my God! Well, we've even had people calling pizza for the kids. You know, I'm not judging. Whatever works.
Now, the event itself is Tuesday, August 26th.
Yes, sir.
The pickup time is 5:30 to 6:30, so it's that hour window. And it all starts at the Historical Society.
That's exactly right. And we'll drive through. And I want to remind everybody, some of these service organizations, we're delivering it to them. I'm not picking on Brad, but I'm going to use him as an example. We would be honored. Brad has been serving with Community Kitchen for how long, Brad?
15 years.
15 years. So we're going to love and embrace the opportunity to deliver to Brad. So I'm going to remind you, we do deliver. So for people in the service industry, how about we serve them for once and deliver?
I love it.
So we do deliver. So if you're saying, I don't want to drive through and all that, that's fine. Give us a call. We would be honored to deliver to you. We've got a lot of deliveries.
Yes, and that's specifically within the Roswell area. It is it's $10 extra. The dinner is $120, and that serves two. And it is, when I say well portioned,
it's generous portions.
You will not be hungry by the end of this. It's so much food. In fact, the menu that I have is jumbo shrimp, a beef tip entree, chicken Oscar entree, as well as sides and a dessert. And they always go the extra mile with their desserts with Peppers. So, by the way, yes, also catered completely by Peppers. Big thanks to the folks there at Peppers for always being there for the Historical Society. And they've pretty much been an exclusive food provider for all these events.
They have been a member of the Historical Society since I've been part of our organization. Wow. And we, of course, love and adore so many different restaurants of Roswell, but they have, it's been a relationship ongoing, and we embrace all restaurants, but Peppers has been a serving member of the Historical Society for many years.
Absolutely.
Many years.
And speaking of, we want to keep that relationship good, so we want to make sure you get your RSVPs in. Otherwise, they are going to flip a lid.
That's true.
We say, hey, we got 16 more people, and that's why we set these RSVP dates. But the good news is, you've extended it.
That's right. So I talked to Adam. Shout out to Adam and Neil and Robert and everybody at Peppers. We've given them updates. They've approved us to extend the RSVP date to August the 11th.
Nice.
Now, if you know you're coming, will you please call us now so we can get that?
Just dip it in the bud.
We always have Mike. If Mike was here, we always have those individuals that just wait until the last minute.
It's the land of mañana.
But we've been paying it forward a lot. I want to remind listeners, we have had the privilege of paying it forward to all these organizations sitting here. I will be on record saying all 4 organizations have been sponsored, and they will receive blessings and pay it forwards.
Now, in addition, we're also opening up the drive-through as a collection center for the organizations.
Yes, and I would love for them to mention that. But if you log on to RoswellNMHistory.org, we have wish lists for all 4 organizations. And let's be very clear: listeners do not have to wait until August the 25th,
right,
to give donations.
Absolutely.
I'm sure all these organizations would be thrilled. So log on for the wish lists, and all of these organizations would be honored to receive blessings now through there. But we will have tables for each organization at the event. If you drive through and wanted to get a couple of things for each organization and leave it at each table, we will be delivering the donations after the event.
Very good. Ron, what do you guys find you're most in need of with Assurance Home, as far as donations go? I'm putting you on the spot. I know. I'm sorry. Toiletries, though, I would imagine.
We're just like a huge family, and so people get very creative when they give to us whatever touches you. If you like to give like hygiene, or you like to give money, or if you like, people donate in memory of people or in honor of people. We have people who. A little lady who bakes fresh bread and brings to us, or fresh eggs, or anything that a family can use. Assurance Home can use.
If people are donating eggs, that's huge. You could put that in the resale market. that family's like endowed by some kind of organization. Awesome. As far as Community Kitchen, what do you guys feel that you are most in need of in general?
We battle refrigeration pretty regular, and also this morning we were just looking at our stove. It's having some problems. We're probably going to have to get someone to work on it.
It really sounds like right now monetary donations would absolutely be appreciated to get things back up to ship shape.
Cash is king.
Cash is king.
Cash is king. All right.
Yeah.
Anybody who has maybe some crypto out there they want to turn in, some Doge coins, some of that e-coin, just exchange that and help out Community Kitchen.
I'd like to add that for 42 years, starting out with just 15 meals a day, at a cost of about 25 cents. This organization has just flown all the way to where we are our present day, and we're in a new building since 2018.
Nice.
And we have really good equipment and a staff that's unbelievably good. Volunteers, of course, good, and I'd say the city of Roswell supports us very well.
Mm-hmm.
We're very blessed.
And it really comes down to a hand-in-hand situation. You need the city of Roswell, the support of them to, there's a lot of times that cops will come down as far as permits go and situations like that. But, a little leeway helps an organization that's especially starting out, like you said, 42 years ago, helps them kind of get their feet and find their way and build a routine and learn, how this thing works. And over 42 years, you perfect the system.
We've served over 1 million meals. In
Wow.
fact, we're probably somewhere between 1.5 million and 6 in that area right now.
We got to get you one of those signs like up at the McDonald's.
It's rolling. That'd be really cool.
Over 1.5 million served.
I remember when we were searching for the first million, for the million meal.
It's like watching the odometer roll over.
Yeah, we felt like we'd done something.
That's absolutely.
That goes back to so many other people that have given their time all these years.
Absolutely. Yeah, generations of volunteers that have kept folks like Community Kitchen, going and serving the folks in need.
Sean, if you don't mind, I'm going to read the Heritage Award for the Community Kitchen because that's a perfect segue. 2025 Heritage Award Beacons of Hope to the Community Kitchen for preserving our history for 43 years of dedicated service, providing over 1.1 million meals to all who come, making Roswell and the surrounding area a better place to live.
Absolutely. That's over 1.5 million meals. That's people who were in need, who were down, had no hope, who didn't know where to turn. That's that open door, and that's that. Sometimes all people need to turn things around is one person saying, "You matter. We can, you deserve good," and that can turn somebody their story completely around. So it's amazing to know that that's 1.5 million lives that were touched. It's absolutely amazing.
With amazing food.
Now, you'd mentioned you wanted to run went through the Heritage Awards for the rest of the recipients.
Oh, yes, and I do believe, just for listeners, Pastor Mark was not available. I'm still working with the Port Clare Monastery. We will absolutely be on the radio again with Pastor Mark and Harvest Ministries, and hopefully create a little recording or something, a statement on behalf of the Port Clares. We respect all regulation with them, but also I'm proud to say they've been texting me and communicating, so I assure you if they can't be on the radio, we'll get a statement from them.
Excellent.
And have them on.
That sounds great. Fantastic. But again, we need to make sure that you read RSVP because we need to know how many meals are going to be needed, how many people are served, and there is still space available, but time is of the essence. Get in your RSVP as quick as you can, but again, we're extending that to August 11th. And you can go to roswellnmhistory.org for reservations. That's also where they've got the wish lists for donations for the organizations that are being honored as well.
And if people aren't comfortable, prefer not to do online purchases, we respect that also. They can call the museum at 622-8333. We absolutely take checks, and that'll give us a little extra money. If they have any questions, concerns, or anything, or just want to pay it forward. We've had quite a few pay it forwards recently. We're donating and blessing others, and that's what this event's all about also.
And that's really a beautiful thing about the Historical Society. I mean, the Beacons of Hope organization notwithstanding, anytime any money comes the way of the Historical Society, obviously there's needs that they have. The roof that we've been chasing after for years now,
right?
And some other things, but anything and everything that's extra, it's always pushed forward to these amazing organizations that really lend to the history of Roswell itself. Yeah, the J.P. White House is a part of the history of Roswell, but so is Assurance Home, so is Community Kitchen, so is Harvest Ministries. These organizations and the stories that they tell are part of the story of Roswell.
It's so true. We had a group of kids here there yesterday, and one of the kids asked about one of these organizations because they didn't know what it was.
Right.
You know, and that's what it is. We're here to celebrate history, and you know, there's good and bad history in all things. These are resilient organizations. Sure. We're just here celebrating history, wanting to impact lives, future generations. That's what it's all about. And all these organizations do the same thing we do. Absolutely. I'm just honored to sit at the table with these gentlemen. I really am.
Pro tip for any charitable organization out there: keep the name simple. I mean, if it's a complex name, people are like, what do they do? But I mean, community kitchen. You kind of know, right?
See?
You're a community kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Assurance home. It's a home that provides assurance. See?
That's right.
Simple. Love it. That's fantastic. So again, get your RSVPs in. You can RSVP at roswellnmhistory.org. If you have any questions or need any more information, you can reach out to Miss Amy. How do they reach you?
622-8333, or my email is historydirector@outlook.com.
There you go, historydirector@outlook.com, or 575-622-8333. I want to make sure you did it first because I never want to give out a lady's number on the radio.
No, it's just fine.
Get your registration in. It's $120 for 2 people, and again, it's additional $10 for delivery, or get the bundle.
You get the bundle.
10 people. It's $600, but it serves 10 people, and then you got a party in a box. I mean, you guys include even like the centerpieces and things.
Oh, we do.
That
We have it's all unique this year. It's really unique. So if a bundle for 10, we could split it up and deliver it to 5 couples or something like that also. So that's a great opportunity.
Absolutely. But again, get that RSVP in quickly so that we can get this rolling. Again, it's happening Tuesday, August 26th. Starting at the Historical Society for Southeastern New Mexico and wrapping in the Peppers parking lot. That's where you'll pick up your delicious, delicious dinner. And again, 575-622-8333 or email historydirector@outlook.com for additional information. Did we get everything? Did we miss anything out?
I'll let these gentlemen, it's all about them. Anything else y'all want to say?
No, just appreciate being here, and y'all come and help support the city of Roswell and the organizations that try to help other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank you, Amy. I mean, it's a huge job and all that coordination you do, and we appreciate your efforts.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
She makes it look so easy, but that's only because she starts planning the day after this year's Heritage Dinner. And I want to say thank you guys to free organizations, Assurance Home Community Kitchen, obviously Harvest Ministries and the Monastery. The work that you guys, that organizations like yours do for our community, it can't be summed up in just words. I mean, these are lives that are touched. These are lives that are changed. These are people who the world said you don't got a shot, and you guys said yes, you do. Mm-hmm. And that is amazing. And we thank you for everything that you do.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
We appreciate you. Get your RSVPs in, folks. Let's make this a Heritage Dinner for the ages.
Yes, we pray at the pole every Wednesday, 9 o'clock in the morning. Mike and I were mentioning Leadership Roswell applications are due this week.
Okay.
And if you need more information, you can call the Roswell Chamber. If you need information about anything with the Historical Society, log on to Facebook, Instagram, or our website. And
absolutely.
Help any way we can.
Do you remember what day the leadership?
31st, I believe.
31st. So that
Yes,
is, shoot, that's right around the corner. Doggone it. That's
Thursday.
Best
and
get on it, doggone it.
Call the Roswell Chamber if you need any more information. But deadline for applications for Leadership Roswell, yes, is Thursday. July
Excellent.
5th.
Well, Miss Amy, Ron, Brad, Bill, thank you guys so much for your time. We really appreciate having you here. And anytime your organization wants to come out, and if you have an event or something going on, reach out to us. Let's get you guys out and on the air. What do you say?
Thank you for everything.
With your Pecos Valley News Update, I'm Jared Cirillo. The XL Energy Foundation recently awarded nearly $600,000 to 53 nonprofits in Texas and New Mexico to recognize contributions in the areas of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Career pathways, environmental sustainability, and community vitality were also awarded. Among the programs funded were First Tee of Southeast New Mexico in Roswell, the Inspired by Science program in Carlsbad, and the Chavez County CASA program. Also in Dexter, the Midway Youth and Family Development Center received funding. Eddy County leaders have been briefed on the response to damaging floods over the summer months. County's emergency manager, Jennifer Armendariz, told commissioners that a total of 7.47 inches of rain fell between June 1st and July 11th at Carlsbad Caverns. 4.42 inches was recorded at Carlsbad Airport during that same time period, while 3.77 inches was recorded at Artesia. Extensive flooding was reported at crossings on McDonald Road, Longhorn Road, and Deer Canyon in rural areas of the county. Right now, only the McDonald Road crossing remains closed due to the road being washed out. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Disney's profits and revenue climbed in its fiscal third quarter as the entertainment company continued to add subscribers to its streaming service and see strength in its domestic theme parks. The Walt Disney Company earned $5.26 billion, or $2.92 per share, for the 3 months ending June 28th. President Trump has narrowed down his list of potential candidates to lead the Federal Reserve to 4 people. Mr. Trump ruled out Scott Bessent, saying the Treasury Secretary prefers to remain in his current role. Hot products like a Minecraft-themed meal helped McDonald's turn around its sagging sales in the second quarter. Its revenue rose 5% to $6.8 billion in the April through June period. That was higher than the $6.7 billion that Wall Street was expecting. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a heat advisory in effect for the next few days. That big high pressure system is still parked right over our area. That'll take us to about 105 for the afternoon high today. Lots of sunshine. Clear and about 70 for the overnight. It'll stay sunny and very hot on Thursday and Friday. A little bit breezy each afternoon and highs around 105. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
On air and online, this is Roswell's home for talk radio, KEND Roswell.
And we're closing in on 10 o'clock. That's going to do it for us. Thank you oh so much for allowing us to be a part of your day. Have a great day. We'll be back bright and early, 7 a.m. tomorrow with a brand new show. So till then, take care, stay cool, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm John Scott. This just in. Parts of Fort Stewart in southeast Georgia have been locked down after an active shooter reported on the Army post. It was not immediately known if anyone had been injured. Russian President Vladimir Putin held a meeting with President Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff. Correspondent Katie Marie Davies.
The meeting comes just days before the White House's